to see you all out and about. When I pray before I sleep, I thank God for the gift I received at birth, the genuine love I have for people, all people. Maybe that's why my work never seemed like work to me. When I was born, I got lucky. I got to meet all of you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Dial pound law on your cell. Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
How many client portfolios is your investment advisor responsible for? Is yours one of hundreds? Or perhaps your financial institution has just been acquired by yet another firm, and the team you've known for years is suddenly gone. At the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company and its division, the Naples Trust Company, our portfolio management team is local and care for a proper ratio of account relationships designed to give you the highest possible attention and an asset allocation that is best for you and your goals. Another key factor is that all of our employees are owners in the trust company through an employee stock ownership plan. So we have no interest in being acquired, and more importantly, we have a vested interest in seeing our clients as happy as we are. Are you ready for a better experience? Contact us at the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company or the Naples Trust Company. Visit sancaptrustco.com to discover the difference.
Not FDIC insured. All investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Lee Health is hoping you'll take time to donate blood. To help with the need, the hospital system is holding a blood drive every day this week. Lee Health says it needs about 800 units of blood every week. Now, we've posted a link for you of this week's full schedule on the Wink News app.
An unusual, tough choice for a 17-year-old. She has to decide what college she's going to after she was offered more than $1 million in scholarships. The Philadelphia high school senior applied to more than 20 colleges and was accepted to 18. Most offered scholarships. Shania Robinson Owens wants to go on a college visit to make her final decision, and she says it's not going to be just based on financial aid.
I was really shocked. I was like, oh, well, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I could cry, laugh. I didn't know what to do.
Celebrate, girl.
Yes.
Robinson Owens has to make a decision on her college choice by May 1st. She'll be graduating from high school in June and will start her college studies in the fall.
2 new programs are launching for Lee County schools this week. Coming up next, how will make your students do better in the classroom.
Get over COVID-19 with a pill. It's being touted as Tamiflu for the pandemic. Next at 6, how it works and when you could get it.
.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse, Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader and home of the no closing cost mortgage. No points, no hidden fees, no loan costs, period. If the mortgage you have right now was done prior to COVID-19, you should call us for a free review. At Mortgage Warehouse, we understand how frustrating it can be to make your mortgage payment month after month, and the loan balance just doesn't seem to go down. The payment is mostly interest, but we can help with that. We can combine near record low mortgage rates with our local no closing cost program to improve your mortgage payment right away. You do not have to roll any closing costs into your loan balance to get these ultra-low mortgage rates. You can apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com or call 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Hot out today, huh?
You know it.
Glad the AC's working.
No kidding.
What if the AC quit?
Oh, man. Couldn't do a thing inside then.
Too hot.
No way Ashley could do her homework in here.
Hard to concentrate.
Wouldn't even bother trying to study.
Well,
of course her grades would slip.
Dave.
She could kiss Harvard goodbye.
Dave.
Probably end up homeless. Oh, my little girl.
Dave.
What?
What's the best case scenario?
Best case? Okay, best case, I make one call, AC's back up and running right away, everything's fine.
That's best?
Oh, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 AC trucks standing by waiting for you to call, loaded with parts, ready to go.
Right now?
Right now.
Huh. Sure is hot out today.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
So, you're saying...
She can still go to Harvard.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I'm an interior designer and I trust Rock Solid.
If you're looking for just the right countertops for your home, the choice is simple. Rock Solid.
I'm a contractor and I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
Whether you're a homeowner or a contractor who wants the finest countertops, choose Rock Solid, a company you can trust.
Rock Solid in the Pink Building, 2240 J&C Boulevard, Naples. Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
More Biden executive orders. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The president will sign another 2 today. One will direct the Department of Education to review Trump-era policies on sexual assault allegations on college campuses. The other sets up what's called a White House Gender Policy Council.
It's intended to combat what they call systemic bias and discrimination, including sexual harassment, ensuring access to comprehensive health care, and preventing and responding to gender-based violence. Promoting equity, that's a key word for this administration, not equality, but equity and opportunity and education and leadership, advancing gender equality globally.
That's Fox's Doug Luzader. The House could vote tomorrow on the Senate's version of the nearly $2 trillion COVID financial aid bill approved over the weekend. Royal racism. That's an allegation coming out of an Oprah interview with Britain's Prince Harry and his American wife Meghan Markle after the couple relocated to the U.S. Fox's Simon Owens live in London.
Dave, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, says life as a British royal left her contemplating suicide.
And I just didn't want to be alive anymore.
In 2 hours of bombshell revelations to Oprah Winfrey on CBS, Meghan accused the royals of having concerns about her baby's skin colour. Both she and Harry refused to name names.
That conversation I am never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
It's the couple's first interview since they stepped down from royal duties. Dave?
Simon, jury selection starts today in Minneapolis to put a fired police officer on trial for murder and manslaughter in the much-protested death of a black man, George Floyd, back in May. There's heavy security outside the courthouse to try to prevent protests and last year's rioting. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News traffic.
Good Monday morning. We're watching a crash along 41 in Charlotte County at Zemmel Road, shutting down the southbound lanes on 41. So to get around it, either take Bird Store Road south or I-75 southbound in the meantime till we can get that crash cleared up. Quiet commute on our bridges if you're heading between Fort Myers and Cape Coral on the Midpoint or Cape Coral Bridge. Downtown, in and out of Fort Myers, you're seeing quiet conditions as well on the Caloosahatchee and Edison early this morning, and no problems out on Alligator Alley as you're making your way toward the East Coast this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, get ready for temps in the 70s for your Monday afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds and breezy, as we're going to be gusting 20 to 30 miles an hour. High temperature today of 73. But after today, a very gradual and slow warming trend all the way towards the weekend as 80s are set to return. Good amount of sunshine, not much rain though, as we will eventually start to lower some of this wind. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Smart homeowners know that proper maintenance of their home's AC can save a bundle in the long run. Trust our comfort specialists at 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating to keep your AC running strong. A proactive tune-up can actually help your AC run more efficiently and save you money on your electric bill. Call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay a dime. Always on time or you don't pay a dime.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Hi, doctor.
So how are you feeling?
With Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, be seen by your Millennium healthcare provider in the comfort of your home from your computer, smartphone, or tablet.
So good to see you.
Call your Millennium doctor's office or 844-CALL-MPG to request a virtual visit with the care team who knows you best.
I'll talk to you soon.
Millennium's telehealth service, MPG Connect. your doctor, your device, your connection to a healthier life.
There is nothing that changes as much as tax law. After all, there have been tax changes, stimulus dollars, changes on the changes, but they're all meant to put more money in your pocket. Don't make a mistake that could cost you thousands. Let EG Tax be your tax interpreter and guide. Come join the EG Tax family at their Naples office across from Tamiami Ford. Call 239-262-2009. That's 262-2009. Or click egtax.com. That's egtax.com.
Hey, Southwest Florida, it's your friend Tyler McCluskey here, coming to you from 92.5 Fox News. Again, we're just promoting our brand new show, The Tyler McCluskey Show, every Saturday at 11 a.m., right here on 92.5 Fox News. Every week, we're going to have a new guest on, local businesses, helping you grow, everything that you need to know, the insurance space, mortgages, real estate. Please visit our website at www.tylermccluskey.com and tune in this Saturday at 11 a.m. on 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash. Brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Remember, customize and save with Liberty Mutual Insurance Company. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. After the crash, call the police and document the scene by taking photos of all the vehicles involved. If you were injured, get medical attention as soon as possible. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you are here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. You can watch anytime you want. Steele. We do appreciate it. A big thank you to everybody who showed up on Friday at our First Friday Seed to Table. We do it each and every first Friday there at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. And we had a great group, and we always do, and we do appreciate you coming by. We had lots of kids. Lots of kids stopped by, so that was really cool to see the kids. And so we thank you all for parents for stopping by before school and having the kids come by and say hello. We had someone made a T-shirt. Remember, it was a few weeks ago, and I said it would be really cool if we had a T-shirt that just had 3 E's on it, right? And if it had the 3 E's, then it would be one of these things. It would be like a club, so people would see just 3 E's on the T-shirt, and then if everybody had one, it would be like our inside kind of, not inside joke, but our inside kind of club, because Drew Steele with 3 E's. Well, this wonderful woman made us a T-shirt that had it said Drew Steele and it had 3 E's. It's pretty cool. So a big thank you to her, and I like that.
That would be like the secret password to the clubhouse.
Yeah, I don't know what you get in the secret clubhouse or for the it's not really a secret, but it gets people talking. That's what it's about. Getting people talking. Well, there's a lot of things that are getting people talking. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, I guess, sat down with Oprah Winfrey. 239-479-5590. You can tell how much do we really still care about this? See, we only care about it. I guess go ahead. I don't want to start the show like this. I don't care. Who they are. Okay, I don't care. I've never cared. I've never been this whole royal family following. There's some kind of, maybe there used to be, maybe a long time ago, there was this obsession with the royal family here in the United States, and people love them. It goes back to Princess Diana, and there was this obsession with the royal family and the weddings, and then some of the intrigue and some of the things, right? And now, does anybody care? So now the only reason why, apparently, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are relevant is because Oprah did this big expose where they called out the royal family, and apparently there are some racists in the royal family. And did you know? Oh, you didn't know that was the whole reason why.
You're kidding.
No, I'm serious. There's racists within. Now, here's the interesting part. I think that, and this is the only reason why I care. It's the only reason why I care. And it's the only reason why you should care, in my opinion. I mean, maybe you love this kind of stuff. I don't know. But the reason why you should care is because this is the MO. What Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have done is they've figured out, by hanging out in Hollywood and by hanging out with the left, they figured out the hit and run politics, if you will, of the left, which is you come in, you do an interview, you blame somebody for some kind of istophobic area, or how does that work? So you're a racist, a homophobe, a xenophobe, you're something, right? They accuse somebody, quote unquote, of being that way, but they don't name names. So you never know who it is. So what they do is they do this, it's the hit and run politics, kind of like they have hit and run journalism, which is when a journalist comes in and will drop some kind of tease or something really bad, Orange Man bad, Donald Trump, Russian collusion, and they'll drop something, but they'll never follow up on it. They'll just throw the headline out there and then leave. And then, hey, look at the weather outside. Boy, it's cold outside. You got to get your jacket, everybody. It's going to be real super duper cold outside. So they completely change. Let's go to Bob with the forecast. That kind of thing.
Thanks, Jim.
So they go, and that's what they do. And it's like, wait, racism? Hold on a second. They're a bigot? Wait, hold on a second. They're a homophobe? What, can you give me more information? Oh, no, we don't have any more information on that. And that's what they did. Nancy Pelosi does it all the time. Nancy Pelosi does this constantly. Every single time she walks up to a microphone.
Bowl of doggy do.
There's that. But every time she steps up to a microphone, that's what Nancy Pelosi, that's what the left do. They just throw out the charge. They throw out the accusation, and then they walk away. And that's exactly what the Royals did yesterday on Oprah's show. Otherwise, who cares? I mean, you knew something like this was going to happen, right? Because why does that, in the world that we live right now, in the year 20, we're in 2021, right? Okay. In the world that you live in, with the problems that you're having trying to keep up with your bills, and in the fact that gas prices keep going up, and that's not Joe Biden's fault. I mean, I hate to tell you this. For those that think that the price of gas is because of thanks Joe Biden, don't do it. It's not Joe Biden's fault that there was a massive freeze and you have gas the gas industry, and you have these refineries that have not been able to pick up again, and you have some issues overseas as well with oil supply that's going on right now. And so it's the marketplace. It's just the conditions. It has nothing to do with one person or the other. Although I guess you could blame Donald Trump because it's easy to do, right? It was Donald Trump's fault that, well, I don't know. If you're on the left and you're listening to the show right now, just throw that in. But when you have an interview with people that nobody cares about because you've got issues in your life and you can care less about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and where did she come from, and this individual that cares more about Hollywood and cares, you see what they're doing. They're doing that. What are you laughing at? You've got this big smirk on your face. The whole environment. I mean, there's environmentalists and right for the planet, and we're hanging out in the United States, and we're big with Hollywood, and so now they have a voice, and so Oprah's like, you're going to say something bad about somebody? Cool, let's do it. And then so here's what she said. Okay. So let me give you just, and I'm only doing this. Look, I'm not doing this because I care about what the quote unquote royals say about the royal family. Like I told Jake off the air a little earlier. Look, if in the UK, if they want to get rid of this monarchy, if they want to get rid of, all of the remnants of princes and queens and kings and if you want to get rid of every drop of that, then go ahead and do it. The people can vote on that or decide to do it themselves. It doesn't have to be two people that are in the United States. If you're not willing to name names, then what are you doing? It's just so Pelosi-esque. So this interview, I guess they're upset because they can't have security or something.
They didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security.
So he's not going to get security. So the two of them are worried about, look, you leave the royal family, you're not going to get security, you're off on your own, and okay, what else?
We have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security.
Yeah.
He's not going to be given a title.
Yeah.
And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
How dark his skin might be when he's born. They had conversations. Now, when asked about who said something about the child's skin color, never going to hear. Nope, not going to tell you. Not only not going to tell you, but we're never going to tell you. Never going to tell you. Not going to say name. Not going to. Don't you name names at this point? I mean, if you want racism to go away, don't you name names? I mean, maybe I'm missing something. If you want this to stop, if you want the racism that's taking place in your family, and you're willing to go on to Oprah Winfrey's program and talk about this, don't you expose it all? Don't you name names? Don't you say? But you don't. And then you tell everybody that you're never going to. Why? Why would you not do that? And so there we are. It's racism now in the castle, in the royal. I don't even know what it is. The royal castle, in the royal family. They're racist. It's systemic in the royal household. It's systemic racism that's there, but we can't tell you who said it, and we can't tell you who's thinking it. We can't say anything like that, but it's there, and you can trust us because I'm sitting here next to Oprah, and if Oprah is willing to hang out with me, then I guess it's cool. What's the matter?
Paul Revere did not ride in the middle of the night in the stormy weather, banging on people's doors to let them know that these particular people that you're referring to were coming for us to care this much about what happens over there, over the pond. Sorry.
I'm not sorry because I needed that because I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. Yes. Right. Exactly. I mean, if Paul Revere didn't yell at everybody and say the Germans are coming, we need to get the U-boats out of here because there's trouble. If Paul Revere didn't do that, then there never would have been a. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's just, it reminds me of something that I saw. Who is this? Luke Rukowski. I don't know who it is. He works for the New York Times. Is that who I'm not sure who. No, he doesn't work for the New York Times. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't know who this is. But he put out a tweet, and it's from Walmart, and it's a picture of a section of. It's a food section, right? And it has. It's a section where there's rice, and I guess there's a teriyaki rice mix, and there's some products on the shelf at Walmart. And the products on the shelf, underneath the price tag of these items, it says one section says black owned, and where the Goya rice is, it says Hispanic owned. So now in Walmart, I guess they're telling you the black-owned and the Hispanic-owned companies that are selling these products. And it was Inez Stepman who writes for the Federalist, and she's a graduate of UVA Law, had a tweet out that makes a very interesting point about this, about mentioning the black-owned businesses and the Hispanic-owned businesses at Walmart, that you could see the products. And in a world, in a country of systemic racism, she brought up the fact that it's worth pointing out that this would not happen in a society in which there was actual systemic racism against black and Hispanic people. In other words, if we were really, truly systemically racist in this country, then why would we be advertising Black and Hispanic-owned companies in Walmart? She's just asking, and so are other people. But, going back to the Royals, and if you care, and look, the point is this. You constantly have individuals who want to tear others down, who don't like certain institutions, they don't like certain countries, they don't like certain constitutions, they don't like certain history, whatever it is. Maybe they don't like people in their own family, and so they're quick to throw out accusations without ever being able to back it up, without ever being able to prove it, just to throw it out there about the Royals and talking about the Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's child's skin color. We can't have that. We can't have a darker skin tone because, well, who said it? Well, I'm not going to say, and we're never going to tell you. So why do we trust you? All right, George is in Naples. Good morning, George. Happy Monday.
Morning. Happy Monday. How are you?
I'm all right.
I'm not sure I understand this whole concern about the skin color because wasn't there a queen back in the 1700s, Queen Anne, who was African American?
I have no idea.
She was.
It doesn't.
She was married to King George.
Don't know.
So a little confused why this is an issue.
Well, number one, I don't know of which the history that you speak. Number two, it's not an issue, and it should never be an issue ever, period, full stop. But it's an issue for Meghan and Harry because, number one, it seems like they need to be relevant for some reason because we're told that the royal family is not relevant. So if it's not relevant, then apparently you're not either. But they want to be relevant. And so now, remember, in part of the interview as well, George, and listen, thanks for the call, I appreciate it. In part of the interview, not just on the Meghan Markle side, but what about the Prince Harry side? Because what did he say? He said
over 70 members of parliament, female members of parliament, both Conservative and Labour, came out and called out the colonial undertones of articles and headlines written about Meghan. Yet no one from my family ever said anything.
The colonial overtones. Do you know what colonial overtones means about Meghan Markle? Does anybody want to guess what that means? Again, so now it is Prince Harry who's calling out the colonial thinking of the systemic racism that's there because of the colonial, and doesn't that come back to us as well? Doesn't it come back to this country? Because the colonial way of thinking started there and was brought over to here. So clearly do you see the connection? Do you see what's happening? That's what they're doing. They're playing into what is the headline of the day, which is, or the Times, or maybe it hasn't gone away, which is country's bad, we're bad, colonialism starts with the UK. They started it, brought it over here. It's racism, it's bigotry, it's all of it. It's everything that you can roll into one country or multiple countries and expand across the globe, and it has to be stopped. And we are here to stop it with Oprah. And if there's anybody that can stop it, it's Oprah, as we've clearly learned, because you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Hey, I need a car. Can we get back to that with Oprah? Jake needs a car. I mean, his is running good now, but he can certainly use a new one. I mean, this car is like, 30 years old or something like that? I think Jake's car is so old that he's got the shift. He's got the manual shift on his steering column. Did you know that? Did you know that there used to be vehicles, and there's probably somebody out there that knows this, 239-479-5592. I just remember growing up that there were cars, pickup trucks, as a matter of fact, where the manual shift was not on the floor, but it was on the shift on the steering column. You would manually shift on the steering column. Did you know that?
Yes, sir.
How did you know that?
I had a I think it was a Chevy C10. I'm not sure what year it was.
C10?
Yeah, it was my grandpa's work truck. And it was, it had 3 gears. It wasn't on the column.
Okay.
But I do remember he had an old, I think it was a dump truck or something that had one. I never drove it.
Well, I'm just telling you, there's somebody that will call any minute now, 239-479-5592, and confirm that there was a 4-speed manual shift, maybe even a 5-speed manual shift on the steering column of a particular truck or car. I think it was a truck.
It was a truck.
And I want to say it was a Chevy. Or maybe a Ford.
Was.
I don't know. But I do remember.
Did that thing have a clutch?
Well, of course it had a clutch. How would you move? You couldn't manually move anything without a clutch in those days.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So, all right. 239-479-5592. Whatever you want to talk about this morning. Oh, there's more. The Cuomo brothers are back. So, you've got the Cuomo brothers. And what did Fredo say on CNN? Nothing to see here. It's something that liberals can say all day long and never hear anything about it or get in any kind of trouble. But you couldn't say anything. So we have that. Also, stimmies to go around. Well, not everybody's going to get a stimulus. But there are some individuals that will. Some that you would never in a million years should have them. Maybe even some prisoners. Should prisoners be getting $1,400 stimulus checks, but you do not get any? A certain bracket of your income. We'll get to that coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Hey, Alexa, play 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News business report is presented by Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions Incorporated, providing organic and botanical pest control solutions since 2011.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Electric vehicles are the U.S. auto industry's future, but dealers are trying to figure out how to sell them. The Wall Street Journal reports car dealers are struggling to match up the industry's enthusiasm with shoppers' reality. Relatively low gasoline prices coupled with a lack of charging infrastructure outside of big cities dampens demand. Now, this could foreshadow other places. Not all Connecticut businesses are planning to rush back into their offices. Following the governor's decision there to lift restrictions on offices, many business leaders say they expect a slower re-entry now that many office workers have spent nearly a year working remotely. And in Mississippi, workers like restaurant servers and retail clerks are balancing the anticipation of better earnings with concerns about keeping themselves safe as states lift mask mandates and ease business restrictions. Asian markets mixed, U.S. stock futures mixed overnight, U.S. oil futures higher. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Sal Giangrasso, invested in you.
Did you know just the simple act of dressing for work can make you more productive? According to a recent study by the Wall Street Journal, getting dressed for work each morning can even improve your performance. Untucked shirts are the easy way to look sharp instantly, and they're designed to be worn untucked so you'll stay comfortable all day long. So for your next Zoom call, lose the t-shirt and grab an untucked shirt instead. It'll also be your go-to when we start returning to all the things we've been missing. Try one today at any Untucked store or at untuckit.com. Untucked shirts, designed to be worn tucked.
Does market turbulence and economic turmoil have you worried about your retirement nest egg? I'm Alfie Townsend. Learn how to navigate these uncertain times. Tune in to Saving the Investor radio show every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
With the Diamond District, you get the best of both worlds. Jason and Todd are wholesale diamond brokers selling to the public and jewelry stores across the country at wholesale prices. The Diamond District is also a retail store that you can visit every day and see the largest selection of GIA and Forevermark loose certified diamonds.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at GoodDealsAppliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Call the boys at National Exterminators. I'm putting out a new contract on Bugsy the Roach, Ratso the Rat, Tony the Termite, and the Anthill Mob.
Okay, Godfather, but ain't that gonna cost us a lot?
No! National Exterminators just told me they'll whack anyone for only $46.
All right, good morning, everybody. It's good to see you. How are you today? It is Monday, and man, it is cold. I don't know, how cold is it right now? Is it still... Let me see. I'm getting a ton of calls here. Hold on a second. Does anybody know how cold it is? I don't have my phone in front of me, so I can't tell. So, all right. Good to see you. Just want to say hi to everybody. Good morning, Gator Lynn, starting our morning up early, and so is Gary Balser, the other Gary, because there's two Garys that join us every morning. And so if you're here and you're watching this morning, drewsteele.com, I'd love to say hi. You may be over on Facebook, too. The Facebook page is working. I just don't promote it. So, or you may be at YouTube, and I don't promote it either. But just wanted to say good morning to you. Let's see who is here. Let's see. Doug says they're looking good. All right, because I'm freezing. That's why, because it's cold, and I gotta get some. I need some. I need a tan. I know. Yeah. Let's see. Linda said brain dead or brainwashed. Not sure what that means, but I had to watch when the comment came up at that moment in time. Then I might know. Good morning, Linda. Let's see. That's what, right? Yep, and for that reason, it's why Oprah's an interviewer and not a reporter. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know why would Oprah, well, see, look, Oprah took the interview because people are obsessed still with the royal family. And then this is more royal family intrigue. And now it's even, I mean, now it's colonialism. So now it's even on your turf. So it's not even just, it's what they brought over here and then we, cultivated and as a country and how we all, you're getting that, right? Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Laura. That's right. Not even worth the conversation. We have enough of our, but the reason why I had the conversation, Laura, was because I'm trying to put them all together. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that this is that hit and run journalism and everything. What? No what? Jake is taking phone calls right now, and I don't know, something happened. I don't even know if I want to know, but he's coming in here. What did you say?
I said no more trucks. We can't talk about trucks.
Oh, people are calling about the trucks. Okay, yeah, because they know.
About trucks.
Yeah,
I had a bunch of different people say it was either a 77 Ford and there was a couple Chevys.
I don't remember. I don't remember which one it was.
I wasn't even alive.
But I remember driving one as a kid, and I don't remember whose it was, but I remember there being the stick shift on the column.
That's gotta be weird.
Yeah, it was. No, it's not weird if it's the first thing you do. If it's the way you learn. All right, Alan, Indiana here. Hello, Alan. Good to see you. Let's see. All right, Matthew had a Bronco with 3 on the tree. Bob Rommel, a representative here in Naples, state rep, 3 on the tree. He said a 61 International. It's what he learned to drive on. Native says it's 47. I know, right? Gary says it's 52. Gator Lynn says it's 52. Jessica says it's 53 in Lehigh. See, we got our own weather report. We don't need all of this. Good morning, Jimmy. I don't know what's that a picture of? I can't even tell. Is that like looks like an overhead shot of, I don't know what it is. Can't see. All right. Doug want to know what happened to the shirt. My wife threw it away. My wife, it's in the trash. She took it. I came home. I took the shirt off. She literally grabbed it and threw it on the floor and said, "It's going out with the trash." And that was it. So the shirt's gone. So you'll never see that shirt ever again. No more cowboy, whatever you all are making fun of my shirt. All right. Mike's in Murray. He's watching in Kentucky on his Nest Hub Max. What's a Nest Hub Max? I don't know what that is, but it's a cute picture. And if it's you, you're cute. Or you were cute. I don't know what you look like now. Laura, you drove a forklift for 23 years? Nice. But can't drive a stick shift. Yeah, it is interesting how, I don't know about anybody else, but when I was a kid, you learned on a stick. And that was it. You never learned. My dad was making sure that I knew how to drive a stick because he's like, look, if you could drive a stick, you could drive an automatic. You don't have to learn on an automatic. You need to learn on a stick. Because if you're on a hill, what are you going to do if you're on a hill, especially in the wintertime and there's some snow and ice? What are you going to do then? You need to learn how to ride the clutch properly. And yep, that's right. So, all right. Good times. All right, that's it. I gotta go. Stick around. Thanks for watching.
482-1542. You'll get the truth and nothing but the truth. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in this business since 1949.
Are you looking for the perfect spot for your retirement? Just add water. Shell Point Retirement Community is located in Fort Myers on the Caloosahatchee River, just minutes from the Gulf of Mexico and Sanibel Island. Enjoy a vibrant waterfront lifestyle with miles of walking and bike trails. For boaters, there's a private marina with free boat docks to keep your boat right at home. Or join your friends on the community boat for cruises to local restaurants and beaches. Shell Point is comprised of 7 neighborhoods with scenic water views. Life slows down on the water as residents enjoy kayaking through hundreds of acres of secluded bird-filled waterways. To learn more about waterfront living at Shell Point, schedule a private appointment or attend one of our weekly group seminars, which include a tour of the community. Call 239-466-1131 or go online to shellpoint.org. Enjoy waterfront living today. It's all here at Shell Point.
One of the great things about little boys and little girls is when they grow up, they want to be just like you. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. So to moms and dads, aunts and uncles, and grandparents everywhere, remember this. The next time you get in the car and don't buckle your seatbelt, a little boy is watching. And when you decide to text or dial and talk while driving, a little girl is watching your every move. And when you head down the road with a beer or cocktail in the car, that little person next to you is taking it all in. In this life, you have an awesome responsibility to those children who love you the most and want to be you in every way. So make a pledge today to be a good role model to these kids and their friends so that that little boy and that little girl get to grow up and be just like you. Morgan & Morgan, for our children. Dial pound law on your cell. Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Hey, this is Papa announcing our newest snowbird protection plan. If you leave Florida each year, we can take care of your roof while you are away. If you leave and later discover you have a roof problem, simply notify us and we can fix it while you're gone. We will send you before and after pictures, and you can pay us by credit card. As always, we offer our free tile roof inspection. If we find needed repairs, we'll make it affordable. We have 2 warehouses filled with the obsolete tiles, and likely we can make a matching replacement to make your roof tile look new and clean. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, we thank all of you for supporting our family business for over 30 years. My sons have adopted my old-fashioned ideas: be honest, do a good job, make the customer happy. Our phone number is easy to remember. It's just 4 numbers, 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 132-6213.
How many client portfolios is your investment advisor responsible for? Is yours one of hundreds? Or perhaps your financial institution has just been acquired by yet another firm, and the team you've known for years is suddenly gone. At the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company and its division, the Naples Trust Company, our portfolio management team is local and care for a proper ratio of account relationships designed to give you the highest possible attention and an asset allocation that is best for you and your goals. Another key factor is that all of our employees are owners in the trust company through an employee stock ownership plan. So we have no interest in being acquired, and more importantly, we have a vested interest in seeing our clients as happy as we are. Are you ready for a better experience? Contact us at the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company or the Naples Trust Company. Visit sancaptrustco.com to discover the difference.
Not FDIC insured. All investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
The Florida Conservative PC, in association with the Red Bill Roadshow, welcomes Lieutenant General Michael Flynn Thursday, March 11th for a day of celebrating Southwest Florida veterans and fundraising. The veterans-only luncheon is $75, including a message from General Flynn. The evening event begins at 6 p.m. and includes a silent auction, live music, and a photo op with General Flynn. General seating tickets start at just $50 and are available online. at thefloridaconservative.com.
Paid for and approved by the Florida Conservative PC, 133 Harbor Drive, Venice, Florida, 34285.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, 239-479-5592 is the talking text line streaming live. We are on drewsteele.com, the website. It's mobile friendly. It's great for your phone, for your smart app. It's great for the computer, so you can watch right there. drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. And we appreciate you watching. YouTube and Facebook's there as well if you want to go at Drew Steele Radio. I just have to make mention of that because there are a lot of people that are still using it. And, we've got other options. drewsteele.com is an option, so certainly it's there. All right. I might as well just let them talk about it, right? Quickly. By the way, Joe Biden wanted to explain to everybody how awesome your stimmy checks are going to be in this COVID-19 relief package, that people have to stop calling it that. Now, the left in the country, the fake news legacy media, the local media, the state media, they're all saying, oh, they passed the COVID relief package. If they say it enough, then you'll believe it, but it's not. When 9% of something that you pass is what you're calling it, then it's a flat-out lie. Do you understand that? 9% of what they passed in the Senate, this quote-unquote COVID relief package, 9% of it goes to COVID relief. How could you call it a COVID relief package? How do you do that? So if I'm trying to think of a good way to, how do we do this, Jake? Maybe you can help me, 239-479-5592. I'm trying to come up with a good example of how you could take the smallest of percentages of something and call it that, as opposed to the ginormous 91% of what something would be. What's a good analogy? Man, I got to get better at analogies off the top of my head.
I got a really bad one. You want one?
How bad is it?
It's not too bad.
All right, go. No, okay, here's a perfect example. Right now, Jake is eating his morning Slim Jim, okay? If you're watching at drewsteele.com, you can see it. There's Jake's morning Slim Jim. Now, you would call a Slim Jim a beef product, but if 91% of the things that are in the Slim Jim are chemicals, things that are tendons, parts of different animals,
like a cow tongue,
cow tongue and everything, but you call it 100% beef because there's beef. Because 9% of it is beef. If you say it's 100% a beef product, that's not true. That's actually pretty good. Is that what you were thinking? Was it going to be related to your Slim Jim?
I don't think I'm going to eat anymore.
All right, and it's not really a Slim Jim. And for the people that work at the Slim Jim company, we love them, and it's 100% delicious. Okay, don't worry about the rest of it. There's plenty of things that we eat that we all have questions about. All right, so we'll get to that. But I wonder if, man, did I get off on a tangent? So Joe Biden wanted to explain everybody the stimmy and how awesome the COVID, the package, the Democrat wish list mess that they passed, how awesome it is for you. You got to hear how he explained it, because you can only imagine what that's like. Plus, I wonder if even CNN is starting to find out that Democrats and the youths of America are having a big...
Did you say youths?
I did. They're having, what?
Did you say youths?
Yeah, I did. They're having a big problem with Joe Biden, and they're not happy. All right, Ryan called and said they call the 3-speed shifter is called 3 on the tree. So thank you to Ryan. Okay, so wait, Tom's in Naples and wanted to try to give an analogy. All right, let's go. Go ahead. What's a good analogy for a COVID stimulus package, which is hysterical to call it that when only 9% goes to COVID relief? Go ahead.
You can only call tequila if it has 51% agave in it.
Okay, is that right? And so they have tequila products that are like what, 2% agave, but they get to call it 9?
No, you can't call it. You can't call it agave. It has to be over half.
Okay.
You can't call it tequila if you don't have anything. It has to be more than 50% agave in it.
All right. So then follow me, Tom. So
yes.
Would it be ridiculous if I had Drew Steele's famous tequila. I make my own tequila now. It's really good.
Right.
And 9% of it is agave, and the rest of it is Chardonnay. I just get a bottle of Chardonnay and I stick it in there, and then 9% of it is agave. Hey, can I call my agave Chardonnay mixture tequila?
I would call it a headache.
You're not very nice. Tom makes a great point. We got this. Okay. So, I wonder if the tide's turning. This is great. So, I don't know why CNN decided to go to some millennials and talk about ice fishing and politics, because apparently they figured that if we go find some Democrats who are ice fishing, we talk a little Democrat and a little political talk, then we're bound to find something exciting. Listen to this segment here. Here you go.
Young Democrats like Ben see a lot of promises unkept.
They're putting that stimulus check on the back burner. They're putting the minimum wage hike on the back burner. And they're dropping bombs in Syria right now. And those bombs are kind of expensive for a dude who owes me $2,000.
Young Democrats like Ben see a lot.
They're dropping bombs in Syria right now, and those bombs are kind of expensive for a dude who owes me $2,000. He's like, I'm not getting my stimmy yet. You're dropping bombs. And all right. Well, sounds to me like you're going to be getting your stimmy. So what do you all? The Senate passed. It's going to go to the House. They're going to get you your stimmy. Don't you worry about it. And I don't think the tide is turning. Although I think Democrats really honestly in their heart believe that everything that they are doing with the money involved with this Democrat wish list that was passed, not even going to call it relief, because it's not. 9%, nope. The fact that the numbers, 80,000, you have to be below $80,000, 160,000 as a family, is intriguing to me. Because if you say that it's if I made $82,000 as an individual, are you suggesting that in my case, in my family's case, that there's no way that I could have been affected by COVID to the point where I need some stimmy? How does that work? Well, because, bureaucrats make that decision. They know who needs it and who doesn't. And you can't target it. But when you have a Democrat wish list passing that gives you some of the biggest perks in the world if you are a federal worker, do you realize that federal workers are so much better people than you are? I mean, they are the creme de la creme. That's what they are. They are absolutely, positively, federal workers are 1,000,000 times better than you than a private sector worker. And this stimulus proves it. I don't know if you heard about this. It was the American Federation of Government Employees, the union president, who was saying, look, Joe Biden won. This is a great time, and we need to hurry to get what we want because there's a very small window of opportunity, and if we don't hustle, we're not going to get ours. Yeah, the government employees, the ones that are better than you. Remember that. Please remember that government workers are better than you. And I know this because of what they're being offered. One of the more eye-popping provisions tucked away in the quote-unquote COVID relief bill, which is not, it's just a Democrat wish list and spending spree, is mandating 15 weeks. You ready, Jake? You're at the wrong job. 15 weeks of automatic paid leave above and beyond the normal generous amounts of paid time off workers receive for anyone, quote-unquote, affected by the pandemic. Nothing specific, just have to be affected. That works out to nearly a third of the entire working year. A third of the entire working year they get paid. 15 weeks of additional paid leave. Because they're better than you. Because federal workers are better than you as a private sector worker. So Tell it to somebody who cares. Yeah. It's pretty unbelievable the kind of money that was tossed to these groups. And they're better than you, so they deserve it. And by the way, if you're somebody who's a federal worker and you're getting upset that I keep saying this, and I'm trying to make a point. We love you. It's okay. It's not your, this is what they worked out for you. You're just doing your job. You didn't necessarily ask for it. This is what they're working out. But you do see the problem, right? When you have unions who are trying to get these monies for you as a union employee, and you're all looking at this and thinking how wonderful this is, but does it come to the detriment of others and to a country who can't afford it? And again, for what? What are we doing? We're not at the peak of a pandemic. So why are we doing this? Just asking. So you've got this joke of what people are describing as a COVID relief package, which isn't, when only 9% of it has to do with it. The rest of it is just a wish list and is just money out the door. And there's lots more to discuss as well. The way that it's being described in some of the fake news legacy media is absolutely hysterical. It's almost, let's see. Where's that one headline? Oh, man, I had this headline that was absolutely hysterical. And now I got to try to find it. But, the Washington Post said that Biden's stimulus showers money on Americans, sharply cutting poverty and defining move of presidency. Showers money on Americans? And what did they say? I'm trying to remember what they said when Donald Trump, that headline was, as you can imagine. Oh, there you go. Okay, just so you understand the sides. So the Washington Post said Biden stimulus showers money on Americans, sharply cutting poverty and defining move for the presidency. But when Donald Trump signed a $2 trillion coronavirus bill, the headline in the Washington Post was, Trump signs $2 trillion coronavirus bill into law as companies and households brace for more economic pain. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. Yeah. So Joe Biden had something to say about this because I think he still thinks and knows that, I'm not sure he knows he's the president of the United States right now. I'm not sure that
we choose truth over facts.
All right, let's see what did Joe Biden have to say? Because he let me tell you, when Joe Biden wants to be eloquent, when he wants to be succinct, when he wants to speak to the American people and stare at them straight in the eyes, he just can't. It's impossible. It's just about impossible for the man to do this. But he did step up to a teleprompter and was trying to convince people that he is a coherent president of the United States and wants you to believe that this this COVID stimulus package, we should call it the Covulus, for all, is an amazing thing. Listen to the clarity of Joe Biden this morning.
The vast majority of economists, left, right, and center, from Wall Street to the private economic polling initiatives, the economists, as I said, left, right, and center, say, in addition to the needs the people have, we need this to grow the economy. That if we haven't spent this money and recreated the kind of incentive for people to be able to make a good living, that we'd be in real trouble.
We'd be in real trouble. We're not in real trouble. That's the president of the United States, by the way, in case you were wondering. There's Joe Biden articulating something, but I'm not sure he even understands what it is that there's. It's painful to listen to. It's painful to watch. It's not good. Not good at all. But there's Joe Biden trying to explain to everybody that everything is good now because of the stimuli. the Covalus stimuli. All right, 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News. DrewSteele.com is the website if you want to watch. We do appreciate it on your smartphone, smart device, wherever you are. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Rush Limbaugh.
New York Times published an article the other day that must have made every liberal reader orgasmic. Silicon Valley billionaires are remaking American scrolls. Some of them are offering grants to encourage innovation. Others, like Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, are taking a more profitable approach. He's got software in 100 schools which supposedly puts kids in charge of their own learning and turns teachers into facilitators and mentors. Obviously, if his software takes off, it's a huge market and paid for by taxpayers, not Zuckerberg. Now, while these rich and influential titans of technology are focused on education, millions of students are serving as de facto beta testers for their ideas, as the Times puts it anyway. That's sure to bring a smile to every liberal. I mean, this has all the elements. Rich, successful, progressive tech gurus on federal subsidies giving back to the community, beta tested. But in reality, this is a damning indictment of the state of public education. With all the money American taxpayers have poured into it for decades, we ought to have the best education system in the world now, not years in the future, and we shouldn't need these tech titans to do it. Instead, we have massive institutional failure, an education system that has been run into the ground by liberals and their unions in the first place. And unless that's acknowledged, new technology, no matter how great, will not turn it around.
Mahindra is the official tractor of Tough. And if you ask Mahindra owners, they'll tell you we're also the official tractor of working through a long, hard winter, and the official tractor of getting your land ready for spring. And right now, Mahindra is the official tractor of spring savings. Save thousands or get 0% interest on tough new Mahindra tractors during the Mahindra Spring Sales event. Your Mahindra dealer has spring savings on subcompact tractors all the way up to utility tractors. Stop by, or you'll officially be missing great deals on Mahindra. Learn more at whymahindra.com. On select models for a limited time only, go to whymahindra.com for more information.
Take advantage of rock-bottom prices and great financing on new Mahindra subcompact, compact, or utility tractors or Mahindra utility vehicles. To find your dealer and test drive a Mahindra, please visit whymahindra.com.
Half haircuts? Oops, not a good deal. Half off new Nissans. That's absolutely amazing. Now through Sunday only, it's the 50% off event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Take 50% off the MSRP on new Nissans. You pay just half the price. It's so easy to save more than ever. Shop the biggest selection of new Nissans at Florida's big #1 Nissan dealer. Find the exact one you want. Look at the MSRP. Divide by 2. That's the price. And when your price is cut in half, your payments get cut in half too. You could pay 50% less every month for your new Nissan. So while half home renovations isn't the best idea, half off new Nissans is. This event is through 7 p.m. Sunday only, exclusively at Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral and Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers. Nobody sells for less than Florida's #1 Nissan dealer. So if it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much. See dealer for details.
Your home is more important now than ever before. So when your air conditioner needs maintenance, repair, or replacing, Conditioned Air wants to be your first and only call. The Florida weather can be challenging. When you have a cooling issue, our team is here to resolve it quickly and efficiently. You can be assured of honesty, respect, and our desire to exceed your expectations every single time, and we've been doing that since 1962. Conditioned Air, 1-888-COLD-AIR, or online at conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
Disarm the people. That is the best and most effective way to enslave them. This was the warning of the father of the Constitution and 4th President of the United States, James Madison. I'm Lori Roman, President of the American Constitutional Rights Union, and this is a Live Free Minute. The Founding Fathers put some strong words into the Second Amendment to the Constitution. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. After that run-in with the Redcoats, the founders were outspoken in their belief that the right to own firearms to defend oneself, family, and nation was sacred, and the difference between being a subject and a citizen. We ask you to join us in standing up for the Second Amendment, because without the right to protect ourselves, we can't live free. This Live Free Minute is brought to you by the American Constitutional Rights Union, a national nonprofit based in Naples, Florida. If you'd like to learn more about our work, visit livefreeminute.org. livefreeminute.org.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I'm an interior designer and I trust Rock Solid.
If you're looking for just the right countertops for your home, the choice is simple. Rock Solid.
I'm a contractor and I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
See why homeowners and contractors choose Rock Solid for the finest countertops. Now with our newly expanded showroom, making your home improvement experience even better.
Rock Solid in the Pink Building, 2240 JNC Boulevard, Naples. Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
He's going to sign 2 more executive orders, adding to the dozens since he took office. Fox's Rachel Sutherland has more live.
Dave, one order establishes a gender policy council, which the White House says is designed to uplift women's rights and tackle gender-based discrimination and violence. The council will be led by Jennifer Klein from the group Time's Up and Julissa Reynoso, chief of staff to First Lady Jill Biden. The second order directs a review of Trump-era Title IX policies, including sexual assault allegations on college campuses. Vice President Kamala Harris will accompany the president as he signs the orders today, International Women's Day. Dave?
Rachel, after the Senate passed its version of the nearly $2 trillion COVID financial aid bill over the weekend, the House could approve it as soon as tomorrow. The Senate removed a $15 minimum wage that was in the House bill and reduced extra unemployment benefits from $400 to $300 a week. They'll start to pick a jury today in Minneapolis for the murder trial of the fired police officer also charged with manslaughter in the death of a black man, George Floyd, last year.
There's heavy security, layers of barricades, including barbed wire and street closures surrounding the Hennepin County Government Center. The security is designed to prevent a repeat of last year's riots.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. This is no doubt the big story in Britain. Prince Harry and his American wife Meghan Markle, who've relocated to the U.S., talked to Oprah Winfrey on CBS. Fox's Benjamin Hall in London.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, more commonly known as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, gave their first interview, a tell-all to Oprah from London, their first since leaving the royal family. Markle, who is biracial, leveling claims of racism against a member of the royal family when she was pregnant with her first child.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. That was relayed to me from Harry. Those were conversations that family had with him.
Harry told Oprah he felt let down by his father, Prince Charles. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News traffic.
Good morning. Tracking a crash along I-75 northbound at mile marker 138 right near that State Road 82 MLK Jr. Boulevard exit. No roadblock, but watch out for some troopers on scene trying to get that crash cleared. Interstate moving smoothly in both directions right now throughout Lee, Collier, and Charlotte counties. US 41 not seeing any significant slowdowns right now except for a closure heading near Zemmel Road in Charlotte County. We've got some southbound lanes shut down still because of an earlier morning crash. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, get ready for temps in the 70s for your Monday afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds and breezy as we're going to be gusting 20 to 30 miles an hour. High temperature today of 73. But after today, a very gradual and slow warming trend all the way towards the weekend as 80s are set to return. Good amount of sunshine, not much rain though, as we will eventually start to lower some of this wind. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
You don't have to feel distant. Come join the conversation.
I am mad at everything going on.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
There is nothing that changes as much as tax law. After all, there have been tax changes, stimulus dollars, changes on the changes, but they're all meant to put more money in your pocket. Don't make a mistake that could cost you thousands. Let EG Tax be your tax interpreter and guide. Come join the EG Tax family at their Naples office across from Tamiami Ford. Call 239-262-2009. That's 262-2009. Or click egtax.com. That's egtax.com.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Are you driving down the road right now with back or neck pain or pain into your arms or legs? Maybe your struggle is getting out of your bed or chair. Maybe you get weakness when you put weight on your leg or swing your golf club. It's time you address this problem once and for all. At Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, these are the conditions that we treat every day, except we treat the root of the problem. No injections or pain meds. Non-surgical spinal decompression, recognized around the country for incredible statistical results for long-term pain relief. Break the cycle of pain from sciatica, stenosis, neuropathy, arthritis, or car accidents. Non-surgical spinal decompression can get your life back. Spinal decompression is safe and comfortable for any age and doesn't involve any hanging upside down. Don't hurt anymore when the answer is only a phone call away. Call our Medicare-friendly office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The Florida Conservative PC, in association with the Red Bill Roadshow, welcomes Lieutenant General Michael Flynn Thursday, March 11th for a day of celebrating Southwest Florida veterans and fundraising. The veterans-only luncheon is $75, including a message from General Flynn. The evening event begins at 6 p.m. and includes a silent auction, live music, and a photo op with General Flynn. General seating tickets start at just $50 and are available online at thefloridaconservative.com.
Paid for and approved by the Florida Conservative PC, 133 Harbor Drive, Venice, Florida, 34285.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Oh, hi. Good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're here. You're watching. 239-479-5592. So glad you're calling this morning. So glad you are texting this morning. Always love to see Jake's face when the texts come in, because it's always, if you're watching at drewsteele.com, the faces are usually like this. Like that. That's right. Isn't that? Show everybody. Let me zoom in on you. Let me zoom in. Hold on a second. And that's the best I can do. Okay.
I'm going to give you an authentic one.
All right. There you go. Give me the face that you make. If you're watching at drewsteele.com, you can see Jake's face. So go ahead. Give me a face. Yes. That's typically it. It's typically like. It's good. DrewSteele.com is the website, so you can use your smart device, your mobile device, your computer. You can watch from anywhere. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond knows all about DrewSteele.com because were you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching yourself? What are you watching? Are you watching anything?
Well, yeah, I'm watching you. I'm checking out the coat that you're wearing today, and now I see Jake. There's a delay, so now I'm on Jake.
Okay.
You're looking good this morning.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay there, but that's funny. First of all, how are you this morning, sir? Thanks for joining us.
I'm doing well. We had a great weekend. I participated in my first Pinewood Derby car race this weekend with the kids over at Awanas at New Hope Church in Cape Coral, and to my surprise and everyone's, we won. My daughter's car won first place, and my son's car won second place. So it was a surprise.
Wow! And you didn't do anything. Some people take that very seriously. They do all of these special things with the wheels, and they bend the axle a certain way, and they use graphite, and they do. Trust me, I'm not that I have any experience. Yes, I have experience, but I'm just asking. So it didn't do anything fancy? You just kind of put this thing together, you slapped it together, and there you go.
I mean, I followed a few of the tips that I saw on the internet, but no, I built these in probably less than an hour. Yeah, it was really a surprise.
Okay, when it comes to politicians and people in office, even here in Southwest Florida, integrity is all about honesty. So I just want you to I just want that put out there because, there may be some investigations coming in to find out whether or not it truly was put together exactly the way you described it, and they may and they might even have to look at your computer to make sure that you actually went onto certain sites and I know that's the world we live in. Sometimes it gets crazy, and look, speaking of crazy, I had to have you on this morning because the Lee County, the Southwest Florida Lee County Fair taking place. I guess it's done now, but it was the past week, right? One of the bigger events in Southwest Florida. If you drive anywhere in that area, 31 or Bayshore, you know that you're pretty much not going anywhere. You're if you are a North Fort Myers resident and you're thinking you want to head out to Arcadia or go someplace maybe for the afternoon or maybe some dinner or whatever the case may be, or you just want to hang out, you're going to get stuck in some traffic there because it's packed. People love it, right? They love the fair. They love the Civic Center, but boy, there was some rumors going around, news reports going around. Some of the media outlets here locally breathlessly reporting on something that was going on there with the Civic Center. Are we never going to see another fair in Southwest Florida ever again, Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond? Is that what's happening? It's going to be gone, completely wiped off the face of the map.
Well, we will see another fair. Yes. That's no worries about that. I think the fact that this story took off so fast just shows how much people love the Lee Civic Center, and they love the fair, and they love the tradition and coming together as a community. But what happened is the county owns the building, the Lee Civic Center, and the fairgrounds there. But we hire a company. Actually, it's the Southwest Florida Fair Association. We hire them to manage the facility for us because, let's be honest, you don't want county government in the event management business. So these guys have been managing it for the last 20 years, and their contract came up, and we had several different groups approach us showing interest in maybe taking over the management of this. And we thought the most fair thing to do was to open it up for what's called an intent to negotiate, where these agencies could bring us their proposals. We would set them all side by side. We'd look at the pros and cons, and then we'd make a decision on what we think is the best for the community. So my understanding is a couple of the proposals have come in, and they have not presented those to commissioners yet, so I haven't seen the details. But, one of them sounds like it was a pretty radical makeover of the land and property, and I think certainly social media does what it does, and people are definitely sharing their opinions about it.
Yeah, so I guess the couple of things that come to mind is, number one, because people were talking about we're not going to have 4-H anymore, we're not going to be able to have the fair anymore, all of these different things that are there on the property will not exist any longer. That's not exactly true. Has anybody that has, I know you haven't gone over it in detail, but even just slightly, has anybody even suggested that if that particular property and section were to be used, that there would be another property that would be made available to do all of these things in the future? In other words, it's not going to go away. Even if that were to be built in a different way, there's still the opportunity for another piece of property to be used. So all of this is still going to stay in Southwest Florida.
Right. Commissioners knew how much people cared about the civic functions that come along with the Civic Center. So the 4-H clubs, the graduations, all that stuff that we do out there. And so we put that right there in the proposal. Hey, you must show us how you would accommodate these civic functions and these groups and the fair and all the things that we usually are used to seeing out there. And so, I'll be looking for those in any proposal that comes forward. I shared on Facebook, some of my thoughts about what I'd like to see at the Civic Center. Hey, I grew up here. I remember that place being pretty cool. Back in the day, you used to have monster truck shows. You used to have concerts. You used to be able to use the stands. I think it's pretty sad the shape that the building's in right now. You can't even use the stands in that facility anymore. It can't host some of the events that I think we would all like to see it host. And so it is time for that building to at least receive some tender love and care.
Yeah, I would say so.
Way of a renovation.
Yeah, if we're going to be honest, and that's okay to say that. It's all right to recognize some of the work that needs to be done to the Civic Center, and especially when you bring up those points that because there are many people that say, man, why couldn't they put a show in there like they used to? Why couldn't you hold a concert like you used to? Because it can't. And if it can't, then it's not being used and being able to be utilized to its full potential. That's a problem.
Right. And so that's my vision for the site. Would probably be something that fits in with the character of the area that it's in. So it is in a more rural area of the county. I think we absolutely need to have places for the 4-H shows, for the fair, for, it does. And listen, the gun shows and the RV shows, all of those things are things that the community does like as well. But I would love to see it come back to a place where you could have some of the shows that we like, where you knew the building was structurally sound and you knew that the stands were usable. And I really would love to see it become a community asset again right now, because I just feel like it's so underutilized.
Right. And the public will have the ability to comment on all of this.
Yeah, as with everything we do, this is so preliminary right now. The commissioners haven't seen it. It's at the staff level, so the staff just opened the proposals on Friday. They said both of these agencies who have proposed can come back to give us presentations, and they will present to the staff first, which the public can comment on, and then later it will be forwarded on to the commissioners, which again will provide opportunity for public comment. And I guess the thing I'd say is, just because things are being proposed right now, especially things that you may not agree with, just understand that doesn't mean they're going to be approved. And there's plenty of opportunity to speak to that and for the commissioners to vote against things that are objectionable.
Yeah, no doubt. And just putting this out there, just so people know how many years I've been in Southwest Florida, I may or may not have seen a Billy Ocean concert back in the day at the Lee County Civic Center. Yes, nice. Yes, I saw Billy. You get out of my dreams and get into my car. I said it. That was a long time ago, and Jake just walked out of the room. He absolutely now is.
I'm actually Googling Billy Ocean.
You don't know who Billy Ocean is? Yeah, take a look and pull up one of the songs while you're at it, so we can play it on truesteal.com and get in trouble. All right, Lee County.
My mom and dad tell me the story. They tell me the story about how when I was a kid, when I was really young, they took me to a monster truck show, and there was a jet dragster that went in the stadium, and I slept through the entire thing.
That's awesome.
But we all have memories.
Right, there's great.
Yes, being out there.
Yes, there's great memories, and there's always opportunity to create new memories as well. It's as things change, and that's okay. But I'm just we have a lot to talk about with that. It's preliminary, and the talk still continues. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond joining us this morning on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right, what's going on with Big Cypress Basin? Give me the lowdown on this. I need to know all about what's happening here.
Yeah, so here's the basics. This is about trying to make tax dollars in South Lee County go where the water goes. So if you live in some like Bonita Springs, Estero, in the southern portion of Lee County, we actually have found out that you are in the Big Cypress Basin watershed. Everybody pays taxes into what's called the South Florida Water Management District on your property taxes every year.
Right.
Well, every year, your money, if you live in the southern portion of Lee County, is going to the Lake Okeechobee watershed. It helps out with Everglades restoration and other flood control throughout the central portion of the state. That does benefit Lee County, but doesn't necessarily benefit southern Lee County, because those folks are actually physically in a different watershed, and their water and flood control is controlled by a different mechanism, if you will.
Okay.
So while their water in South Lee County flows to the Big Cypress Basin, their money has been flowing somewhere else. We're running a bill with Senator Ray Rodriguez to get their dollars going towards the district that would actually provide them some flood control benefit. I think we all saw after Hurricane Irma, southern Lee County has some real opportunities to improve their flood control down there.
Yeah.
And this is about helping us find a mechanism to pay for those flood control projects so that we don't have the same kind of flooding that we saw after Irma and that tropical depression that came right before it.
Right. And we all remember some of the issues there. So do you need, so let me get this straight. So if we're talking about that area, Are we also talking about projects that could run through Collier County? I mean, are there other specific areas that we're looking at that could see some improvement through this decision?
Yeah, and that's the real opportunity here for Lee County and Collier County to work together on these projects. Now, the Collier County commissioners, I think, were taken a little by surprise when this bill was brought up because they're used to Collier being the only ones in the Big Cypress Basin. And so those commissioners had sent a letter or resolution up to lawmakers saying that right now they currently oppose this change. I believe Lee County and Collier County can get on the same page. We can talk to the commissioners down there and show them the real benefit that I think will happen for both counties here. I've had some great conversations with Collier County commissioners. I know they're all open-minded about this and they can help us out. But imagine if the two could work together to try and do projects to clean and help control the water that we know is already flowing out of South Lee into Collier County.
All right, so we'll keep an eye on this. And maybe we'll even talk to Ray Rod when he has an opportunity to come on to the program he was on last week. We can talk about this and keep an eye on this story as well. Jake, did you find Billy Ocean yet? Now do you know who it is?
Caribbean Queen, yeah.
Yes, Caribbean Queen. Right. I brought up a weird, obscure, well, not really an obscure song because the song that I brought up was popular. Now, so you know that song. Even you know that song. Now, wouldn't you like to go see a Billy Ocean concert?
No, I'll pass.
Okay, that was really straightforward and rude. Just exactly the way Jake is in real life. It's amazing how he does that. All right, Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond, listen, I appreciate a few minutes. We will keep an eye on both of these stories. If there is anything that is changing or any information that we need to get out to our listeners, please let us know, and we'll make sure we have that out there as quickly as possible.
Thank you, sir. You have a great morning.
Thank you, sir. You have a great morning as well. All right. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. We always appreciate a few minutes there. All right. You ready to take a break? Let's do that right now. 239-479-5592 is the phone number and the text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com is the website. And yes, Steele has 3 E's. All right. Therese O'Shea's got your traffic.
Monday morning commute off to a very busy start. We have a crash we're keeping an eye on heading out of Daniels Parkway and State Road 82. Several emergency vehicles responding there, so watch out for some major slowdowns at that intersection heading between Lehigh and Gateway right now. Another crash at Burnt Store Road and Veterans Parkway in Cape Coral, slowing down traffic, especially southbound on Burnt Store. And in Fort Myers, Marsh Avenue at Edgewood Avenue, another crash with EMS on scene. 75, very busy right now. We have some roadway debris at mile marker 142 northbound scattered across all 3 lanes. Another debris alert in Collier County, mile marker 107 northbound on I-75 in that left-hand lane. Mile marker 121 southbound heading south of Corkscrew Road. You're going to see a lot of traffic building up because of a crash. There is some roadblock, it looks like, out there as well, blocking the left lane for emergency vehicles on scene. And if you're heading toward MLK Jr. Boulevard, State Road 82, we've got a crash northbound off to the side. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly morning with temps in the 40s and 50s, high temperature of 73 degrees on the way for your Monday afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds and breezy with no rain expected in Southwest Florida. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Are you looking for the perfect spot for your retirement?
Hey, just wanted to say good morning to everybody who's watching at 7:22, and just wanted to see if you're here and you're watching. Just want to say good morning and recognize that you are watching today. As I keep an eye on the comments and reaction section, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, you're at drewsteele.com. I get all your messages, so just want to say good morning and thank you for watching. So just keeping an eye before we go to break. So if you're watching right now, I know it takes a second. We're on a little bit of a delay. So I am watching just so I can pop up some of the. All right, Terry Dickinson is here, Washington State. And by the way, did I ask you this before, Terry, where exactly you are in Washington State? And if you want to let me know, that would be nice. Just to say, all right, there you go. Paul's there. Paul Newcomb. Iona McGregor, beautiful Iona McGregor. We love the area. It is great. Let's see who else is joining us here. Let's see who else is here. What am I looking? All right, Julie, you're in Salt Lake City. All right, Julie, it's good to see you this morning in Salt Lake. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see what else we've got here. Mark says another great day in paradise. Good morning, Mark. Good to see you. Valerie said the most stupid podcast. Well, it's not a podcast. It's a show. It's actually live. It's not a podcast. Okay, just wanted to put that out there. All right, good times. I see Lady Catherine is here. Hello, hello, hello. In Naples, great to see you, Eric. Good morning. Great to see you as well. And all right, I gotta get going. I'm looking at the time. Good to see you all this morning. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, all right, Terry's in Walla Walla. Walla Walla. All right, let's get back to it. Oh wait, and Jeffrey, good morning. All the way from Naples, yes. All right, and stay warm. All right, stick around.
When you're running a business, you don't have time to worry about slow internet or confusing cybersecurity. So get fast, reliable internet from Comcast Business on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. You can add the advanced security of Comcast Business Security Edge to help eliminate threats. And enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing 24/7 support is just a phone call away. Get fast internet and advanced security made simple so you can bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with an amazing offer from Comcast Business. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Plus, ask how to add Comcast Business Security Edge. Call 1-800-501-6000 today to find out more. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. Security Edge available when added to Comcast Business Internet for additional monthly charge. Call for details.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, some of the headlines that we're going to hit on in just a couple of minutes. Greyhound Bus has made an announcement that is very interesting when it comes to what is happening along our southern border, and we're going to get to that because this is pretty interesting. Also, we have some Cuomo brothers news. Do you care about what's going on? Well, you should care about what's happening in New York because of what is not being talked about with Andrew Cuomo. Although the Cuomo brothers together have something that's going on. You got Fredo making the news as well. You know, the Cuomo brothers. You know how it goes, right? Who's in trouble once again? Tell me, Cuomo, Cuomo, Cuomo. Yeah, we got to work on that one. All right. No? Yeah? No? Did we work on that? Yeah. You like that? Okay. All right. Well, we'll explain what that is all about. Not the song, the story coming up.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Half haircuts? Oops, not a good deal. Half off new Nissans. That's absolutely amazing. Now through Sunday only, it's the 50% off event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Take 50% off the MSRP on new Nissans. You pay just half the price. It's so easy to save more than ever. Shop the biggest selection of new Nissans at Florida's big #1 Nissan dealer. Find the exact one you want. Look at the MSRP. Divide by 2. That's the price. And when your price is cut in half, your payments get cut in half too. You could pay 50% less every month for your new Nissan. So while half home renovations isn't the best idea, half off new Nissans is. This event is through 7 p.m. Sunday only, exclusively at Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral and Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers. Nobody sells for less than Florida's #1 Nissan dealer. So if it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much.
See dealer for details.
Hot out today, huh?
You know it.
Glad the AC's working.
No kidding.
What if the AC quit?
Oh, man.
Hey, I just had to answer. Oh, sorry. I pushed your button, but I meant to push. Okay. I just had to answer this real fast for you guys. Judy, yes, I got the stickers that you dropped off. Awesome. They are awesome. What a great job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Trump County stickers were amazing. They are awesome. I got to bring them up later. I got to get John Cassio back in studio. I'm hoping to get him here this morning, but thank you so much. And I don't know who it was. Right. Thanks, Doug. It's supposed to stink. They're not supposed to be good. Thank you for the stickers. And whoever it was, and I don't know if they're watching or I got to mention it on the air, someone made... That wasn't you that made the t-shirt too, was it, Judy? No, because someone made a t-shirt as well, Steel with 3 E's, because I mentioned that before. But the stickers were great. Thank you so much. They were awesome, awesome. Actually, I got to get them. I wish there was a way I could put them in here so that maybe if I put them over here someplace that well, you can't stick it. Maybe I'll stick it on the screen. I don't know. But thank you. All right. Just wanted to mention that. And then I'll explain to everybody else who doesn't know what I'm talking about coming up.
Always here to help take care of people. You just come right in. We're here to take care of you because we take that very seriously. At Community Eye Center, we are the most caring doctors in sight.
Call Community Eye Center today, 844-235-2020. That's 844-235-2020. Or log on to communityeyecenters.com.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. Jury selection starts today in the trial of the ex-Minneapolis police officer who pressed his knee into George Floyd's neck as he said he couldn't breathe.
There's heavy security, layers of barricades, including barbed wire and street closures surrounding the Hennepin County Government Center in the murder trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin.
It also means an increasing number of protests.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry saying the security is designed to prevent a repeat of last year's riots.
Fox's Jeff Manasso and Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle make accusations against the royal family, also telling Oprah Winfrey they didn't feel protected or supported by them.
Prince Harry also saying he has been financially cut off from the family since early 2020, and his father, Prince Charles, briefly stopped taking his calls.
Fox's Anita Vogel. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News traffic.
Monday morning commute off to a very busy start. We have a crash we're keeping an eye on heading out of Daniels Parkway and State Road 82. Several emergency vehicles responding there, so watch out for some major slowdowns at that intersection heading between Lehigh and Gateway right now. Another crash at Burnt Store Road and Veterans Parkway in Cape Coral, slowing down traffic, especially southbound on Burnt Store. And in Fort Myers, Marsh Avenue at Edgewood Avenue, another crash with EMS on scene. 75, very busy right now. We have some roadway debris at mile marker 142 northbound scattered across all 3 lanes. Another debris alert in Collier County, mile marker 107 northbound on I-75 in that left-hand lane. Mile marker 121 southbound heading south of Corkscrew Road. You're going to see a lot of traffic building up because of a crash. There is some roadblock, it looks like, out there as well, blocking the left lane for emergency vehicles on scene. And if you're heading toward MLK Jr. Boulevard, State Road 82, we've got a crash northbound off to the side. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, get ready for temps in the 70s for your Monday afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds and breezy as we're going to be gusting 20 to 30 miles an hour. High temperature today of 73. But after today, a very gradual and slow warming trend all the way towards the weekend as 80s are set to return. Good amount of sunshine, not much rain though, as we will eventually start to lower some of this wind. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with Refacing by Cornerstone, You'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for Wow. Go for Cornerstone.
A refreshing swim in your pool shouldn't be interrupted by cloudy water, a broken heater, or faulty equipment. Healthy Pools of Southwest Florida keeps your oasis ready to enjoy every day. Their experts complete a 20-point checklist at each visit, keeping your pool healthy and protecting your investment. Relax knowing your pool is in good hands. Call 239-425-0300 right now and receive your first month free. That's 239-425-0300 or healthypoolsswfl.com. Healthy Pools is a forgotten country company.
Is your car a 2012 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it? Would you rather be driving a brand new Nissan equipped with all the latest technology and safety features? Hey, Aaron Walker here from Naples Nissan. If your trade-in is a 2012 or newer, yes, a 2012 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, we'll give you the original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Bring us that old Chevy, Honda, Toyota, Ford. We don't care where you bought it from. We don't care if you bought it new or used. Go to NaplesNissan.com. Pick out your favorite new Nissan model with Bluetooth, backup camera, and that new car smell. You can have it all today after we pay you what you paid for your trade-in. Don't wait. Get full details at NaplesNissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Whenever I hear of an injured person hiring such and such a lawyer, I wonder, why'd they choose that law firm? Did they see the lawyer on a big billboard, a radio ad, or maybe an advertisement on television or the back of a bus? Maybe they just Googled it and clicked the first name that showed up. And then almost all the time, I worry. I worry if they know what that lawyer is really all about. Do they know when the last time that lawyer tried a personal injury case, or maybe if they ever even did? Does the lawyer have the resources to get the most for the client, or does the lawyer need the money more than the client does? And you'd be surprised to hear how many do. Here's my advice. Do your research. Results matter. Reputation matters. As the largest personal injury firm in America, there's really nothing like us. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Dial pound law on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Miami, Florida. Lisa Carges, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Announcer is a paid presenter.
Heard the good news about COVID-19 vaccines? They're here, but you can do more than wait for your turn. Here's how. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. And it's risky to be indoors with them, too. And masks? Well, they protect both the person wearing them and the folks around them. Wear a mask, watch your distance, and make a big difference now.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, coming up in, 10 minutes or so, Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. We'll see what you got. We'll see what you got. I'm just trying to, that doesn't sound really nice, does it? I mean, was that kind of, do you like when I was being tough? I'm trying to
Let's not intimidate the listeners.
Oh, no, we shouldn't do that. That's awful. No, we don't do intimidation here. That's other people do that. The left does that. Oh, we've got some stories of that coming up in just a minute. So I'm trying to keep track of everything that is going on here. How many people actually care about the Cuomo brothers? Get a little bit into this story. I'm just going to kind of touch on it because it's just, where is it going? Where are we going with Andrew Cuomo? The best part of, well, it's not even the best part. I shouldn't say that. The fact that we have people that are looking at the Cuomo brothers and believing that there's nothing to see here. The latest with Chris Cuomo, who sparked outrage on CNN. What did he say? You're going to hear in just a second. The fact that you have Andrew Cuomo that has what? Is there 174 people now that have accused him of a sexual harassment? Is that what we're up to? I don't know how many we're up to. You know, it was Friday that John Cassio, our program director, was mentioning that someone within the New York State Assembly was saying that, look, it's 3 right now. 3 people have accused it. But if it was 4, then we would have to talk. Because, you know, 3, the number 3 is fine. But 4, that's an outrage. I think it's up to 5 now. So the fact that the 2 of them are being talked about and the things that they have done, and that there are groups of people who are willing to protect the way they speak, knowing that if they did it, Chris Cuomo, Fredo, that other people would be fired off of a network for saying the things that he said. When you have a governor who people are focusing on the sexual harassment charges, and certainly that is troublesome. But when you know that 14,000 people died in nursing homes because of the policies put forward by the governor, and that's not the focus, and that's not good enough to have somebody out of office impeached, there's a problem here. It was, who was it? Steve Deace? There it is. Oh, wait, it just went away. Steve Deace. Oh, here's a tweet by Steve Deace yesterday. President Biden's going to be demanding Mario Cuomo's resignation soon. Anyone? Joe Biden, President of the United States, demanding Mario Cuomo's resignation soon. Have you figured that out yet?
All men and women created by you know the thing.
Yeah, it goes along those lines. It's something yeah. Anyway. 239-479-5592. Yeah, 50 more minutes, Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Did I mention that already? I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but I'm just mentioning it again. Okay. Yes. What are the stories? What are the specific stories in the specific audio? The problems with the Cuomo brothers. Here we go. Yes, there's a song for that. Of course, there's a song for it. Come on. Who's in trouble once again? Tell me, Cuomo, Cuomo, Cuomo. All right, it's awful. All right, I admit it, it's bad. Okay, it's a little. You gotta have a little music. All right, so the one brother, Fredo, on CNN. People are outraged. Doesn't mean anything. They're just outraged, and they'll call it outrage, but nothing's gonna happen to them. All right, on the heels of 2 more women coming forward to make allegations of sexual harassment against the governor, you've got Chris Cuomo, who tells everybody that, look, you can't talk about him, can't mention anything about what's going on because he never talks about his brother. You know, that works. So what did he say that got everybody so upset? I guess him and Don Lemon were talking about, I don't know what exactly they were specifically talking about, but Don Lemon was asking him about, or they started to talk about something, and Fredo, Chris Cuomo, starts to sing the lyrics of the show Good Times. Do you know the show? Jake has no idea. Good Times? Good Times is a show, it was a great show. In the 70s, about a black family living in a housing project in Chicago. And so Chris Cuomo's singing the words.
Just looking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow, thinking how it all looks hand-me-down.
How do you know the words to Good Times?
You know I'm black on the inside.
Excuse me?
You know I'm black on the inside.
Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Move along. It's okay. But he did get a lot of pushback, to be fair. There were people that were pushing back against this. And how could you say this? Somebody from the Daily Mail, according to the Daily Mail, there was a magazine managing editor that said black is not a costume, calling it cultural appropriation. And others just went on this spoiled, entitled guy raised in money and privilege who's only on TV because of his surname. There's a bunch of people that got upset about this. But ultimately, you know how this ends. Tune in tomorrow to hear more of Chris Cuomo on CNN because, it's
I'm black on the inside.
Yeah, it's okay. Because if anybody else were to say this, that it might be a problem. But Chris Cuomo could say it. It seems to go in the Cuomo family that when they do it, or when a liberal does it, when a Democrat does something, it's okay. It's nothing to see here. We move on. If anybody else were to say it, there would be trouble. You see how the cancel works in the cancel culture. You see how wokeism works. You see how blatant comments that should not be made when somebody says something that one individual will be treated differently than another, even though it's awful what the person said. It just depends. So now you have Andrew Cuomo as well, who's in trouble because you have Andrew Cuomo has two more people. And he holds a press conference telling everybody that he's not going anywhere. There's no way he's going to resign. He said, quote, "I'm not going to resign because of allegations." The premise of resigning because of allegations is actually anti-democratic. The system is based on due process. And then he went on to suggest that it wasn't known if the allegations were credible. Like he's talking about a third person. Oh, we can't trust that these allegations against that person is credible. The believe all women thing goes out the window when it comes to him and when it comes to a lot of people on the left. But nothing to see here, everything. And again, while others are trying to focus on these sexual allegations, and look, rightly so, to see and hear and to understand what is going on, you got a statement being made by the Senate Majority Leader, Democrat in New York, Andrea Stewart Cousins, who's now demanding his resignation as of yesterday. Every day there's another account that's drawing away from the business of government. She put out in a statement, "We have allegations about sexual harassment, a toxic work environment, the loss of credibility surrounding the COVID-19 nursing home data, and questions about the construction of a major infrastructure project." Listen, the COVID-19 nursing home data issue should there by itself be enough to manipulate data because you don't want to manipulate the number of deaths. These are people's family members, human beings, to do what he did in manipulating and keeping out of the federal government's hands the actual number because politics, because he's so loved that he doesn't want that to, whatever the reasoning is just sick and wrong. And that enough should be troubling. But remains to be seen if something's going to be done. He's not going to resign. The calls are there to resign. We've made the statement. We've put out the statement. We've called for him to resign. Are you suggesting that's all you can do? Until when? When does it go away? How many more people need to come forward? How ugly does this story have to get before you decide that even all of that other stuff, if you want to call it salacious, you can call it whatever you want. This one fundamental issue doesn't go away, especially for the family members. But yet, maybe it's because there are other people that have the same issue. Other governors. Did you know that? In New Jersey, they had their own issue with the governor sending positive patients from nursing homes back into those nursing homes, as opposed to keeping them out of the homes because it's quite obvious due to the science and the data that hopefully the governor read, and hopefully there were people in his sphere that would communicate to him that at the height of the pandemic, this was a problem. Maybe they didn't. That it was asked about this. That would be Democrat New Jersey Governor Murphy. Same problem. How are the calls against Democrat New Jersey Governor Murphy going to resign? Recalls, whatever the case may be. Not a peep. Even asked about it yesterday. CBS, right? Wasn't it CBS that asked him the question? They had him on and said,
"Do you regret that decision to put sick people into nursing homes, even in the conditions you laid out?"
All right, so the governor did the same thing in New Jersey. positive patients, nursing home patients, back into those nursing homes. There's a big, long pause before he gets to his point. Take a listen.
Do you regret that decision to put sick people into nursing homes, even in the conditions you laid out?
Margaret, if the operators followed, and we believe that most, thank God, did, the pattern the instructions that I just laid out, that was the right course to take.
That was the right course to take, sending them back. Now, here's the answer in more detail. The right course to take. Why would it be the right course to take elderly nursing home patients, COVID positive patients, and put them back into nursing homes?
Mm-hmm. This is their home. So to say to folks, we're not only going to separate patients, but separate staff. Remember, a lot of these folks got infected.
I have to stop. So his answer is, what?
So to say to folks...
No. His answer was...
Mm-hmm. This is their home.
This is their home. Okay. Did anybody say they're never allowed to go home again? For the health and safety of everyone, you couldn't find any place for them to be temporarily. You had to put them back in the nursing home because it's their home. Understanding the consequences. Like this, he's serious. Like, that's an answer. Like, you know the circumstances. You know how a nursing home operates. You understand what the consequences could be, and yet you did it anyway. Like, that's not a legitimate answer, is it? Well, it's their home. Well, are you suggesting that they're never going to be able to go back there again, even when they're no longer positive? And that seems like it seems like a ridiculous answer. It's crazy, but yet admitting to doing it. And then what does she do? What does CBS or any other fake news legacy media outlet do? We're moving on. Hey, at least he doesn't have any sexual allegation charges, because that would be, I don't know how many we have to get to the point where it would be outrageous. We were told that 3 is a lot before. That would be bad. We're up to 5. Well, let's move the goalposts some more, can we? 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. All right, now we are ready to go. Thank you very much. Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And you, caller number, I don't know, Jake, pick a number today. I haven't done that with you in a while. Give me a number.
5 million.
No.
Number 5. Caller number 5.
Caller number 5. Okay. 239-479-5592. Caller number 5 million. No, 5. We'll get to play Drew's College this morning. Do you have? Is your pinky by your? Is that what you're doing as well? Pinky by your face. If you're watching at drewsteele.com, you probably understand the reference. There are very few things you could do like this, and people would understand exactly what you're talking about. Talk about a movie that was quoted way too many times at the time, way too much, and even now. All right, 5th caller. Drew's College next. Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Therese O'Shea has your traffic.
Monday morning commute off to a very busy start. We have a crash we're keeping an eye on heading out of Daniels Parkway and State Road 82. Several emergency vehicles responding there, so watch out for some major slowdowns at that intersection heading between Lehigh and Gateway right now. Another crash at Burnt Store Road and Veterans Parkway in Cape Coral, slowing down traffic, especially southbound on Burnt Store. And in Fort Myers, Marsh Avenue at Edgewood Avenue, another crash with EMS on scene. 75, very busy right now. We have some roadway debris at mile marker 140. Northbound scattered across all 3 lanes. Another debris alert in Collier County, mile marker 107 northbound on I-75 in that left-hand lane. Mile marker 121 southbound heading south of Corkscrew Road. You're going to see a lot of traffic building up because of a crash. There is some roadblock, it looks like, out there as well, blocking the left lane for emergency vehicles on scene. And if you're heading toward MLK Jr. Boulevard, State Road 82, we've got a crash northbound off to the side. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly morning with temps in the 40s and 50s, high temperature of 73 degrees on the way for your Monday afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds and breezy with no rain expected in Southwest Florida. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
on 92.5 Fox News.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau here, owner of D.R. Martineau Roofing of Southwest Florida. I've been repairing and replacing roofs for 27 years. We operate with integrity, knowledge, and service. Google DRM Roofing or call 239-332-1441.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
This is State Representative Spencer Roach with a legislative update from the state capitol in Tallahassee, where we've wasted no time getting to work to honor our commitment to protect Floridians from bad actors looking to capitalize on this pandemic. This week, we passed 2 bills off the House floor. House Bill 7 raises the standard and makes it harder to bring a COVID lawsuit against businesses, schools, nonprofits, and churches. Responsible business owners who make good faith efforts to protect their customers should never be subject to the extortionary tactics of lawyers looking to cash in. We also passed House Bill 9, which creates criminal penalties to protect Floridians from scammers related to PPE and vaccines. Times are tough enough right now without having to worry about being scammed. This is State Representative Spencer Roach. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned and stay engaged, because this is your government and we work for you. Sponsored by Friends of Spencer Roach, Post Office Box 3179, North Fort Myers, Florida 33918.
When you're running a business, you don't have time to worry about slow internet or confusing cybersecurity. So get fast, reliable internet from Comcast Business on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. You can add the advanced security of Comcast Business Security Edge to help eliminate threats. And enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing 24/7 support is just a phone call away. Get fast internet and advanced security made simple so you can bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with an amazing offer from Comcast Business. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Plus, ask how to add Comcast Business Security Edge. Call 1-800-501-6000 today to find out more. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. Security Edge available when added to Comcast Business Internet for additional monthly charge. Call for details.
Why wait for so-called one-time refund relief from big insurance companies when you can get the best prices and coverages all day, every day, all year round from Chapman Insurance Group? Hi, this is Brian Chapman, and my team is committed to finding you the most efficient coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right. Let's go to Rex. Rex is in Fort Myers. How are you, Rex?
Pretty good, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We will see if you earn a PhD, and your associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Rex, who was the last GOP president of the United States?
Donald Trump.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. The 2 parts of the United States Congress, what are they?
Senate and the House of Representatives?
That is correct, sir, with the big sigh. Now you can have a sigh of relief. Okay, good. You got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. On this date, today, George Washington gave the first State of the Union address. Question is, what year was it? Was it 1776, 1790, or 1820?
1790.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a master's. We'll see if you get a PhD on this question. Who was president of the United States during the Great Depression and World War II?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
That is correct. And look at you starting our week off well. Well, congratulations, Rex. You did it. You finally did it. Finally, after all of these. Well, no, that's not really true. You did it today. You got a PhD today. So congratulations. You certainly have worked hard for it.
Many years.
Yeah, it is. It takes a while. It's a lot of fine tuning. It's annoying relatives sometimes, asking them to ask you questions. Did you find you did that a lot as a kid?
Basically, I just like history.
Okay, good. Well, good for you. Rex, thanks for playing. We do appreciate you playing Drew's College. We do it each and every day, 7:50.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Your home is more important now than ever before. So when your air conditioner needs maintenance, repair, or replacing, Conditioned Air wants to be your first and only call. The Florida weather can be challenging. When you have a cooling issue, our team is here to resolve it quickly and efficiently. You can be assured of honesty, respect, and our desire to exceed your expectations every single time, and we've been doing that since 1962. Conditioned Air, 1-888-COLD-AIR, or online at conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. 92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station. 92.5 Fox News.
Royal racism? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's an allegation that has shocked Britain this morning from Prince Harry and his American wife Meghan Markle, who've relocated to the U.S. Fox's Simon Owen is live in London.
Dave, in their first interview since stepping down as senior royals, Meghan and Harry said a member of the royal family discussed their baby's skin colour, while Meghan, who is biracial, was pregnant.
So we had in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title. And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
The couple declined to say who made those remarks. Speaking to Oprah Winfrey on CBS, Meghan said life as a royal left her contemplating suicide. Harry said he was trapped in the family before Meghan helped free him. Dave?
Simon, Pope Francis has left Iraq after a 4-day visit, the first time a pope ever went there.
Some powerful images of Pope Francis visiting Iraqi areas once held by ISIS. The leader of the Catholic Church called for tolerance between Muslims and Christians while blessing a pledge by local leadership to rise from the ashes. Outside of the Al Tahir Church, the Pope remembered victims killed by the Islamic State as he released a dove.
That's Fox's Trey Yings. President Biden just put out a statement that the Pope's visit sent an important message. Hope is more powerful than death. Peace is more powerful than war. President Biden will sign more executive orders today.
One of these asked the Department of Education to look into existing regulations to eliminate sexual violence and evaluate changes made during the Trump administration.
Fox's Doug Luzader. The other order would set up a White House Gender Policy Council to promote equity in education and combat bias and discrimination. What could take weeks starts today in Minneapolis, electing a jury to put a fired police officer on trial for murder. Derek Chauvin also charged with manslaughter in the death of George Floyd last year. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News traffic.
Good Monday morning. We have a crash slowing down traffic southbound along Three Oaks Parkway at Alico Road. So watch out for some slowdowns there. Take I-75 or 41 to get around those delays. Also a crash on State Road 82 at Daniels Parkway, slowing down traffic on Gunnery where it crosses over 82 southbound toward Daniels Parkway heading into Gateway right now. I-75 northbound, we have gravel scattered across all three lanes crossing the bridge between Palm Beach Boulevard and Bayshore Road heading into North Fort Myers, so use extra caution out there. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, get ready for temps in the 70s for your Monday afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds and breezy as we're going to be gusting 20 to 30 miles an hour. High temperature today of 73. But after today, a very gradual and slow warming trend all the way towards the weekend as 80s are set to return. Good amount of sunshine, not much rain though, as we will eventually start to lower some of this wind. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel. Drew Steel, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. I'm the president of New South Window Solutions. What I like people to understand about our company is what's unique about us. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. We go out of our way to make it easy. If you're thinking about buying new windows, consider New South. And don't even think about hiring a middleman until you see what our factory can do for you. New South windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers.
Going on now, save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
The Florida Conservative PC, in association with the Red Pill Roadshow, welcomes Lieutenant General Michael Flynn Thursday, March 11th for a day of celebrating Southwest Florida veterans and fundraising. The veterans-only luncheon is $75, including a message from General Flynn. The evening event begins at 6 p.m. and includes a silent auction, live music, and a photo op with General Flynn. General seating tickets start at just $50 and are available online at thefloridaconservative.com.
Paid for and approved by the Florida Conservative PC, 133 Harbor Drive, Venice, Florida, 34285.
Hi, this is Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows in North Fort Myers. And Storm Shield wants you to be prepared for the upcoming season. Global Weather Oscillations, an organization that predicts storms and hurricanes, has just been cited as the most accurate in storm forecasting by the media. Professor David Dilley, senior forecaster for Global Weather Oscillations, says that GWO's Climate Pulse Technology model indicates that some regions of the United States have entered or will be entering the most dangerous hurricane landfall cycle in 70 years.
The experience with their product was great. We went through the storm. We didn't have to rush around and get plywood. We didn't have to put up shutters. It wasn't loud. It wasn't scary. There was no noise at all. We could see outside the whole time. We felt safe, and I just can't thank Storm Shield enough for the quality of their product and the peace of mind and security that it gave my family and me through the storm.
Enjoy the peace of mind, safety, and security that Storm Shield Hurricane Windows and Doors will add to your home. Call Storm Shield for a free in-home estimate today at 239-491-7000. 491-7002.
License number CGCA 60475.
This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse, Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader and home of the no closing cost mortgage. No points, no hidden fees, no loan costs, period. If the mortgage you have right now was done prior to COVID-19, you should call us for a free review. At Mortgage Warehouse, we understand how frustrating it can be to make your mortgage payment month after month, and the loan balance just doesn't seem to go down. The payment is mostly interest, but we can help with that. We can combine near record low mortgage rates with our local no closing cost program to improve your mortgage payment right away. You do not have to roll any closing costs into your loan balance to get these ultra-low mortgage rates. You can apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com or call 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
There is nothing that changes as much as tax law. After all, there have been tax changes, stimulus dollars, changes on the changes, but they're all meant to put more money in your pocket. Don't make a mistake that could cost you thousands. Let EG Tax be your tax interpreter and guide. Come join the EG Tax family at their Naples office across from Tamiami Ford. Call 239-262-2009. That's 262-2009. Or click egtax.com. That's egtax.com.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 if you want to call. Talking text line, streaming live. We are at drewsteele.com, the website. It is mobile friendly, so it's good for your phone. It's good for your computer. It's good for your smart device. drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. Again, just want to thank everybody for being at Oaks Farm Seed to Table on Friday, our first Friday event we do each and every first Friday. And a lot of people showed up, lots of kids, lots of folks that we met for the first time, people, snowbirds. We just thank you for showing up. And thank you to the individual who made that T-shirt. It said Drew Steele, and then it had 3 E's because I mentioned it would be cool if we had 3 E's on a T-shirt. And that's all it said, so that we would be kind of part of this club that nobody would get except us, which I love. And a T-shirt was made. And then oh gosh, who was it again? I'm so sorry. I've got to get this right. It was someone made us Trump County. It was Judy Lynn, right? Judy Lynn, who made us the Trump County stickers, like bumper stickers. They were really cool with an unofficial official logo back from the Trump County. Remember, we were talking about changing Lee County to Trump County. And so she made these stickers. They were fantastic. So thank you for that. And we do appreciate you being there. We'll do it again next month. Looking forward to it. First Friday of every month at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. So we will be there. All right. A couple of things that are going on. Joe Manchin is one of the most powerful men in Washington, D.C. for a reason, because he is a swing vote. And now he's kind of cracking on the filibuster, everybody. Some of the things that he said about the non-COVID-19 stimulus bill. It's not a stimulus. It wasn't a COVID-19 stimulus bill that passed. Not everybody's getting the stimmy. 9% of the COVID-19 stimulus bill goes to actual stimulus for COVID, as opposed to the 91% that went to a myriad of Democrat wish list items. That doesn't work that way. You can't take an item and you can't say that I just made this beef stick that you buy at your favorite convenience store, and it's in a package, and it's filled with all kinds of body parts of animals that you can't even describe, and you can't even believe you're eating it, and a bunch of chemicals and things that you can't, in natural flavors. You know how something says natural flavors, and you're like, well, what's natural? Where does it come from? What's the natural flavor we're talking about? Naturally what? Naturally tastes like beef, or what is it? And 9% of that stick has actual beef in it. And the rest of the 91% of that stick has all kinds of things that you can't even mention and you don't even want to read about. And then you put on the package 100% beef. You can't do it. You can't do it. Well, I mean, you could, but it would be a lie. And if you're like the fake news legacy media that's out there, oh, you run with it. You're calling it the COVID stimulus bill. COVID stimulus, COVID stimulus. It's a COVID stimulus relief. No, it's not. That's a lie. That's not what it is. So stop it. And get back into the business of making real beef sticks. Can somebody do that? Can you just make a real beef stick that has something in it called beef, and that's all there is to it? It doesn't have parts that I don't want to eat, or at least I don't want to know about it. Call it natural body parts or something. No, that's really gross too. I'm so sorry. It's early. 239-479-5592. But there's something else that's happening out there. There are people that are pushing back against this discussion about a COVID relief bill that it's not. And even Chris Wallace pushing back against Joe Manchin. You got to hear this audio coming up of what he is describing just like that. But there's also some other things that are going on the social media universe that Jake wanted to mention. And so I'm going to have him come on in just a second to tell everybody what's happening. A little bit of pushback. The globe is pushing back. I know, and I know what you're thinking too. I know that you really want to talk about the Royals, the royal family. I know that it is on the tip of everybody's tongue. It's the thing that everybody wants to discuss. And I can't even say it with a straight face. Does anybody really care? Why do we care about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? Why do we even care about the royals? To Buck Sexton's point in a brilliant tweet, which is the tweet right now of the month, but it's early. I mean, something else can come out any second now. Buck Sexton tweeted out, pretty sure we fought and won a war over 200 years ago, so every American for all eternity could give zero craps about the British monarchy. Good for Buck Sexton. He's spot on. Oh, that's funny. But it's true. Why do we care? And again, a couple of things. Number one, Oprah Winfrey wants to have the biggest interviews. She wants to get back to that point where everybody is focused on Oprah because she's got the biggest interviews in the world. I mean, you never know what's going to happen on an Oprah show. So if Oprah's there, it's got to be important, right? Well, not really. And then there's the other part of it that says that we really actually care about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, who decided to separate themselves from the royals anyway because, they wanted to go Hollywood. And remember that video of Prince Harry talking to at Iger, Disney's the head of Disney, Iger, when he was saying, hey, she does voice work, she's really good. She's a really good actress and everything. Okay, we'll hire her. Yeah. The whole Hollywood connection. Remember that whole thing? Although we're not allowed to talk about that. I know I got to clear my voice. So sorry. But this whole discussion about how they don't want to be part of the Royals, but, they still want to be connected in some way. And now we are led to believe that something's going down, a blockbuster, a bombshell. This is going to rock the castle or whatever they live in over there. They all live in castles, every single one of them. And every one of them has a thatched roof. It looks like if you went to Harry Potter and in Universal Studios, all of the UK just looks like you don't even have to go. I'm giving you the visual already. It's a giant castle on a hill, and everybody lives in a thatched cottage. That's it. That's what they do. And they eat porridge all day, and I don't know what else. And but that's it. So you don't even have to go. Don't even worry about I just explained the whole. The situation and what's going on there in the UK. That's all it is. And everybody cares about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. And then you have this very lefty Nancy Pelosi-esque moment where Meghan Markle, and listen, I'm moving on. I want to make this point quickly before we move on. In the interview, where she's concerned about her child and not having security, and they're not going to give her security, and they're going to pay for all of this stuff. The last time I checked, they got a whole lot of money and a whole lot of attention, and anyway, so then there was this little nugget. Is this it? It's right here.
We have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
How dark his skin is when he's born. This was a conversation that apparently Prince Harry had with somebody in the family, but they won't name names. And he says he's never going to name the names. It's just going to stay with him for the rest of his life because we don't want to. What? If you want this to go away in the royal family, if this is happening, don't you want to call it out? Why are you not mentioning names? It's very Nancy Pelosi-esque in that. Why I say that is that bowl of doggy do. I know. Why I say that is because it's that drive-by, hit-and-run kind of news media thing that the fake news legacy media always does. They'll drop some kind of bombshell on someone that's a conservative or a Republican, but they won't have any, it's like, I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from me, messing around. Yeah, that whole thing. They'll drop the story and then they'll walk away from it and they'll say, hey, Bobby, how about that weather forecast? Well, look at this. It's really cold outside. That kind of thing. They'll completely, and then everybody will be, well, wait a minute. This is an awful thing that's going on, right? So that's what Nancy Pelosi does. Nancy Pelosi steps up to a microphone and says some of the most outrageous things. She just laughs about everything. Who knows what she's saying? And then she just does this hit job against Republicans and will say the most awful thing about members and other people and the former president of the United States and everything else and not have any proof to back it up. None. Zero. Zilch. You don't have to have one single person that can corroborate a story. They just drop it and then walk away. Did they yet? I'm still waiting. I don't know. I'm looking at the Twitterverse and I don't see the name of the individual who was concerned about Meghan Markle's child and the dark skin that this child was going to have and the racism there. And you think that if you'd want to fight it, you'd want to call it out. And if it's an individual, you'd want to show everybody in the world that this is a racist family. Or maybe not. Well, we don't want to go that far because it's my family and, I'm part of the family. And then maybe people could actually look at me and say, well, hold on a second. Aren't you part of that family? We got to cancel you too, buddy. Do you see how that all works? It's a never-ending story cycle thing going on. But there's that. And again, that's it. That's my royal moment. Thank you very much. Okay. Moving on to things that may be a little more important these days. I saw this story over the weekend, and I have to talk about it. Even before I get to the Joe Manchin audio with Chris Wallace, that'll be part of the top 5 audio clips of the day, the 5 at 8:35, and then we can expand on that. So that's coming up. But did you all hear about Blue Anon? You know what I'm talking about? Hashtag Blue Anon. Jake, I'm looking at you. You'd have no idea?
Anon?
Yeah, Blue Anon. That's it. Right, QAnon. Well, they did this thing called Blue Anon on Twitter. You didn't hear about this?
No clue.
Okay, so over the weekend, I guess was it Jack Posobiec that started? I'm not sure who started this, but so Jack Posobiec and other conservatives are like, look, we're getting tired of this. We're getting tired of everything being related to QAnon. That's what this whole, the March 4th taking over, and we've got to fence out the Capitol because there's going to be this march against the Capitol, and they're going to take over, and Donald Trump's going to be swept into the presidency, and it's QAnon, right? Anything else that ever happened, the individuals are really concerned about the fact that constitutionally speaking, there were certain states that decided that they were going to change election laws at the very last minute, even though the legislature did it against the Constitution. It's not the job of certain individuals and bureaucrats to decide that they're going to change election laws in places like Pennsylvania and other states, Wisconsin and other states. And so we wanted to present this evidence to the Supreme Court. Of course, the Supreme Court didn't listen to it at the time. But you know what? All of that is conspiracy theory. It's QAnon stuff. That's what it is. And anything that would come up would be QAnon stuff, that you would have a question about what is going on with Democrats and the government. Oh, no. It's all conspiracy theories. It's all QAnon, right? That's because you could talk to your friends and ask them what QAnon is. And you know what they say? I have no stinking idea. They don't know anything about it, but the media is making it sound like, oh, it's a living and breathing. It's right around us. Your next door neighbor is part of QAnon. That's all they do is talk about that all day long when nobody even has a clue what you're talking about because it's all conspiracy theory. So I think it was Jack Posobiec who said, well, wait a second. What about BlueAnon? A loosely organized network of Democrat voters, politicians, and media personalities who spread left-wing conspiracy theories like the Russia hoax, Jussie Smollett hoax, Ukraine hoax, the Covington Kids hoax, and Brett Kavanaugh hoax. BlueAnon adherents fervently believe that right-wing extremists are going to storm Capitol Hill any day now and remove lawmakers from office. I'm trying to read this from the Urban Dictionary. Do you know what the Urban Dictionary is, Jake? Urban Dictionary is where you find all the latest like slang and all kinds of terms and social media terms. If you don't know, it's called the Urban Dictionary. You can go there and
I create the words that they put in there.
There you go. Okay. Hence the need for deployment of thousands of National Guard stationed at the U.S. Capitol. Hey, did you see that brave Democrat sitting on the Capitol steps on March 5th to send a message to QAnon? Yeah, that was BlueAnon. Okay, so somebody put that up on the Urban Dictionary. Well, guess what? The Urban Dictionary took it down. They got rid of it. Oh, they were very upset that somebody would do that. BlueAnon was trending like crazy all over Twitter and other places, hashtag. And guess what they did? They took it down. They made it go away. Twitter would not allow you to even hashtag it or even speak about it. Because the left can do it and peddle myths and peddle hoaxes, and they could do it all day long. But when somebody stands up and says, no, what about the opposite side? What about the left who continues to do it's again, an example of how they do it, but they're blaming others for doing it instead. Yeah, they just shut it all down. They completely they had it on the Urban Dictionary, and then guess what? Just a little couple, when people started to see what it meant, they took it down. And people were starting to talk about what BlueAnon means, like who paid for Brett Kavanaugh's debts. The Capitol riot was planned by Republicans, and Capitol Police corroborated. Detention centers or concentration camps. Trump is a Russian asset. You see, that is the conspiracy hoaxes that are thrown out there by the fake news legacy media and the left, and that's what they were doing. So somebody said, we have to have a call for this, a name for this, kind of like QAnon. Everything that conservatives talk about, Republicans talk about, now if somebody doesn't like what they're saying, they throw it into this conspiracy theory, you're just QAnon, and we're going to run with that. Well, somebody said, well, how about BlueAnon? How about you guys and what you do? Oh, no, you got to shut it down. So that's gone. I just thought it was interesting that somebody put that out there. You can still find Russiagate at the Urban Dictionary. You know, Russiagate, the name for the scandal due to Trump and his administration colluding with Vladimir Putin beginning with the 2016 presidential campaign. So that's there on the Urban Dictionary as if it's fact. But the BlueAnon explanation, that's completely gone. We got to take that down. You see how that works. It's like Wikipedia. Please do yourself a favor. Don't go to Wikipedia to try to get the answers like it's a dictionary. You do realize that people put that information in there, so it's a bias source. What were you going to say, Jake? Weren't you going to say something quickly? I interrupted you. Sorry. Sorry. I thought you were going to say something, but that's okay. Right, 239. He wasn't. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 239-479-5592. Yeah, I mean, the social media verse is crazy lately. Jake has been following TikTok. He's been following some of the social media trends that have been going on. That's what you wanted to talk about, isn't it? Did you want to mention this for people that are listening? What?
I mean, would you like me to? I'll tell them.
Okay. Just because there's going to be some trouble on TikTok, I'm just telling you, this is going to...
All right, look, listen. All right, so...
Okay, hold on. I wish we had some music. We need some music for you for like Jake the Millennial moment, who's teaching all of us, teaching us about what the latest trends are on TikTok and social media. So if something's happening with your kids or something's going on and you're not on TikTok and you don't know what the latest cool thing, what the cool kids are doing, we need some kind of cool... so let's just see if I can come up with some kind of cool song here. How about this one? Hold on.
All right, today on the
Who's
Millennial
in
Moment.
trouble once again? Wait, what? Tell me Cuomo. No, that's our new Cuomo Brothers update music. Yeah, that was the Cuomo Brothers update music. I'm sorry, but I can find some cool music like that for you. All right, anyway, so what's the latest on TikTok? What
All
are we
right,
seeing?
as quickly as I possibly can.
Go.
All right, so a lot of people have been coming out and saying that if you decide that you do not want to date someone who is transitioning from either male or female, that you're transphobic, okay? So I don't want to date somebody who was born a male but then transitioned to a female. I'm transphobic because I'm not attracted to that.
Okay.
It's not the case.
Right, but they've labeled you.
Right, that's the label that they're putting on a lot of people.
Okay.
So we've all come together, and I'm saying we as a conglomerate, most people that are straight. There's a new super straight. That's a way to identify. And to identify as super straight, you're only attracted to the opposite sex at which they were born. Okay? So when you say LGBTQ, you say LGBTQSS. Just to get that out there. I tried to say.
Oh, so you're saying that on TikTok it's trending that they're adding the letters S and S to the LGBTQSS?
Correct.
To say
fair.
that
It's only fair because everyone else is we're just, we're singled out because.
All right, but hold on a second.
Okay.
This is a big trend you're suggesting.
Massive.
On TikTok right now.
Huge.
It's huge.
It's huge.
And okay, I'll have to come into the studio and see your TikTok account because I don't have one. So I'll have to look and see what it is exactly. Okay.
Come here for.
All right, just putting that it's a Jake moment. That's it. That's all you get. How's that? I love that music. By the way, oh man, we got to go to break. Just quickly, can I tell you something? You're going to love this. My son is completely old school. My son is an old soul. Remember, my son loves Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. He sings it in the shower out loud when nobody's looking, and it's hysterical. He loves watching Dennis the Menace and I Dream of Jeannie, and he loves watching all these old school TV shows. Andy Griffith. So he's an old. Yesterday we went out yesterday, and he's like, I want to dress like they used to dress, and so he wore a suit coat and jeans and a sport shirt, and like a button-down shirt and a sport coat, because he's like, everybody used to wear a suit and ties, so why can't we dress nice like they used to? And so now that's his thing. He's just an old soul. He heard that I was playing the song yesterday because I was thinking about the Cuomo music, and it's Cuando is the song, and I started to play it, and I was editing it and doing it all, and he came inside and he goes, ooh, what's that song? Like, it's another one for you to put into your little
record player.
Yeah, to put on your 8-track, buddy. I'll start recording it now. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
You probably know Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
It's Drew Steele visiting with my friend TJ, owner of the Floormeisters in Naples. And first of all, TJ, you know how much I love my Core-Tech, my home, my wife. When I bring people over, I kind of brag on the floor. Actually, they brag on it for me. They look and they see how beautiful it is. And the selection you have is amazing. Talk about it.
We have 100 colors of Core-Tech right now that we stock by the pallet, so I can sell it cheaper to you every day than anybody else around. We're getting in, I believe, 10 new colors for their entries for 2021. Usually we go out to Vegas and see it there, but with coronavirus, they brought it to me this time.
So you want to see it for yourself? Go to the Floormeisters. You're going to really love it. 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco. Give them a call. 239-596-4964. 239-596-4964. Or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Is your car a 2012 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it? Would you rather be driving a brand new Nissan equipped with all the latest technology and safety features? Hey, Aaron Walker here from Naples Nissan. If your trade-in is a 2012 or newer, yes, a 2012 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, we'll give you the original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Bring us that old Chevy, Honda, Toyota, Ford. We don't care where you bought it from. We don't care if you bought it new or used. Go to NaplesNissan.com. Pick out your favorite new Nissan model with Bluetooth, backup camera, and that new car smell. You can have it all today after we pay you what you paid for your trade-in. Don't wait. Get full details at NaplesNissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Are you looking for the perfect spot for your retirement? Just add water. Shell Point Retirement Community is located in Fort Myers on the Caloosahatchee River, just minutes from the Gulf of Mexico and Sanibel Island. Enjoy a vibrant waterfront lifestyle with miles of walking and bike trails. For boaters, there's a private marina with free boat docks to keep your boat right at home. Or join your friends on the community boat for cruises to local restaurants and beaches. Shell Point is comprised of 7 neighborhoods with scenic water views. Life slows down on the water as residents enjoy kayaking through hundreds of acres of secluded bird-filled waterways. To learn more about waterfront living at Shell Point, schedule a private appointment or attend one of our weekly group seminars, which include a tour of the community. Call 239-466-1131 or go online to shellpoint.org. Enjoy waterfront living today. It's all here at Shell Point. This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News traffic.
Good Monday morning. We have a crash slowing down traffic southbound along Three Oaks Parkway at Alico Road. So watch out for some slowdowns there. Take I-75 or 41 to get around those delays. Also a crash on State Road 82 at Daniels Parkway, slowing down traffic on Gunnery where it crosses over 82 southbound toward Daniels Parkway heading into Gateway right now. I-75 northbound, we have gravel scattered across all 3 lanes crossing the bridge between Palm Beach Boulevard and Bayshore Road heading into North Fort Myers, so use extra caution out there. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start, get ready for temps in the 70s for your Monday afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds and breezy as we're going to be gusting 20 to 30 miles an hour. High temperature today of 73. But after today, a very gradual and slow warming trend all the way towards the weekend as 80s are set to return. Good amount of sunshine, not much rain though, as we will eventually start to lower some of this wind. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
You don't have to feel distant. Come join the conversation.
We need to get back to the times when you could agree to disagree and help your neighbors.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Steven Tomatoes Sports.
Hi, I'm Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. You've heard me say we're the working and retired person's country club. This means coming in for a meal, a drink, or with a party, and we will obtain your complete satisfaction with our food, service, and value. We strive for excellence with your service experience and our food. So on the rare occasion we fall short, tell us and we'll fix it. Plus, at Stevie Tomatoes, there are no pretenses, no attitudes, high prices, or rushing you in or out. Come relax, enjoy yourself, and be yourself. At Stevie's, we love meeting the men and women who currently and in the past work hard to make America great. We appreciate their values, honesty, industriousness, and affection for this great country. So head to Stevie's, where we strive for excellence in everything we do. I guarantee it. In Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Hey, it's Jake DeMolino here from Daybreak to talk about Amco of Bonita Springs. Everyone's been affected by the pandemic, and I was definitely no exception. But here's the thing. I had an issue, a well-known issue. Kevin and Todd came to the rescue, effectively giving me my life back. They put their expertise to work on my transmission. That was completely shot. His master mechanic told me that it was probably the worst transmission he's seen in his 30 years of working. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park. He helped me, and I'm sure he can help you as well. Amco of Bonita Springs has been trusted in Southwest Florida since 2008. They've been through pandemics, recessions, you name it. They're located right off of Burnwood Drive in Bonita, an independent, conservative Amco dealer whose award-winning customer service speaks for itself. They work on all makes and models, and they don't just do transmissions. They can do oil changes, normal maintenance, tires, you name it. For those of you out there with classic cars, there's no one I could trust more than Kevin and Todd with something I know you cherish and is so near and dear to you. So give Kevin and Todd a call at Amco of Bonita Springs, 239-992-2626, 239-992-2626.
Ever purchased an online item and either it doesn't fit, has missing parts, or became damaged? Trying to save a few bucks can end up costing more. My Shower Door is a locally owned and operated family business that measures, manufactures, and installs our own brand of frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida. And we were just named Lee County's Manufacturer of the Year. With almost 80,000 shower doors installed, we have the experience and expertise. Plus, estimates are always free. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdoor.com.
The Florida Conservative PC, in association with the Red Pill Roadshow, welcomes Lieutenant General Michael Flynn Thursday, March 11th for a day of celebrating Southwest Florida veterans and fundraising. The veterans-only luncheon is $75, including a message from General Flynn. The evening event begins at 6 p.m. and includes a silent auction, live music, and a photo op with General Flynn. General seating tickets start at just $50 and are available online at thefloridaconservative.com.
Paid for and approved by the Florida Conservative PC, 133 Harbor Drive, Venice, Florida, 34285.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
How many client portfolios is your investment advisor responsible for? Is yours one of hundreds? Or perhaps your financial institution has just been acquired by yet another firm, and the team you've known for years is suddenly gone. At the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company and its division, the Naples Trust Company, our portfolio management team is local and care for a proper ratio of account relationships designed to give you the highest possible attention and an asset allocation that is best for you and your goals. Another key factor is that all of our employees are owners in the trust company through an employee stock ownership plan. So we have no interest in being acquired, and more importantly, we have a vested interest in seeing our clients as happy as we are. Are you ready for a better experience? Contact us at the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company or the Naples Trust Company. Visit sancaptrustco.com to discover the difference.
Not FDIC insured. All investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
Your new home is calling you to live the good life starting now.
River Hall is where it all starts. A true paradise. River Hall is one of the Gulf Coast's most exclusive master planned communities, where country club living meets the casual barefoot Florida lifestyle. River Hall's Davis Love III Championship Golf Course is one of the top rated courses in the Gulf Coast area, and you'll love River Hall's private oasis pools, bike paths, fitness center, tennis and bocce courts, and more. Live large with homes priced from just the 500s to the 800s from Pulte. The Pulte collection of breezy open floor plans offers something for every lifestyle, with upscale finishes and features designed for elegant, gracious living. Here's to finally finding the perfect place. Here's to home. River Hall is just 20 minutes east of Fort Myers in the River Shores District. Come see model homes now. Visit liveriverhall.com. That's liveriverhall.com.
Let Naples Shutter enhance your home's beauty and increase its value. From our legendary all-wood plantation shutters made right here in Naples for over 40 years, to luxurious blinds and shades, to the unique island appeal of Bahama shutters, Naples Shutter has you covered with a lifetime guarantee and over 40,000 satisfied customers. Call 239-566-8161 today for a free estimate. That's 239-566-8161 or visit naplesshutter.com.
Hannity at 3 and drive home with Trey Radel at 5. Now back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, 239-479-5592. There's the talk and text line. DrewSteele.com is the website. Steele has 3 E's. Anytime you want to watch, I'm just smiling. For you on the camera. It's mobile friendly. It's smart device friendly. It's computer friendly. DrewSteele.com. Steele has 3 E's, so go there now if you want to watch. Or just listen, because that's kind of what you're doing now anyway. It's fine. All right, top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5. We have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security.
I can't do it. That's it. That's all I can take of Meghan Markle right there. It was just a little snippet of Meghan Markle. It was a Meghan and Harry interview. Oprah Winfrey did it, so you know it has to be important. And there's bombshells, there's blockbusters, calls about racism from the family, racist royals. Racist Royals. Isn't that a name of a rock group that's in the UK? I think the Racist Royals. I think that's what. Yeah, they did. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. So the royals are racist. But when asked who said the conversation about saying something that was racist against Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's child, they will not tell you. They don't have a name, because that's how you do it. You call people out and say that the royals are racist, but then they don't say anything. And then, of course, they're upset because the princess is upset because she's a princess and she's got lots and lots of money, and it's really a sad thing. And because I don't really know why that's how much I care. Moving on.
Number 4.
Just looking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow, thinking how it all looks hand-me-down.
How do you know the words to Good Times?
You know I'm black on the inside.
All right, nothing to see here. It's just Fredo Cuomo. There he is on CNN with Don Lemon together. They're talking about some kind of issue. And then there's Fredo Cuomo, who's singing the theme song to the 70s hit series Good Times, and wondering how he knows so much about the TV show Good Times. For those that don't know about the 70s show Good Times, it's about a black family that was living in a housing project in Chicago. And he says because he's black inside. Now, he's allowed to say that, and nobody's going to say anything else about it. We move right along. They just had a wonderful conversation. A couple of people kind of gnashed some teeth and said some things. But look, he's going to be back on tonight. Don't you worry about it. Everything is absolutely fine. Now, if you said something like that, oh. You get it.
Number 3.
Do you regret that decision to put sick people into nursing homes, even in the conditions you laid out?
Margaret, if the operators followed, and we believe that most, thank God, did, the pattern the instructions that I just laid out, that was the right course to take.
Nothing to see here. Move along. It's just the Democrat governor of the state of New Jersey, Murphy, who on CBS over the weekend was asked about his own little scandal of putting positive patients back into nursing homes and some of those deaths that occurred because of that decision in Democrat-led New Jersey, to where the governor said, yeah, it was the right decision. Yep. He's got nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Move along. Although if he did have some kind of sexual harassment scandal going on, maybe 6, 7, 13, 172 women, we have to figure out. We keep moving the goalposts. I mean, maybe if he had something like that, then he would actually be headline news because of the sexual harassment thing. But the putting COVID-positive patients in nursing homes back into those nursing homes, yeah, there's nothing to see here. We're just going to move along. Everything's fine.
Number 2. Young Democrats like Ben see a lot of promises unkept.
They're putting that stimulus check on the back burner. They're putting the minimum wage hike on the back burner. And they're dropping bombs in Syria right now. And those bombs are kind of expensive for a dude who owes me $2,000, you know?
Going ice fishing with some Democrats and some millennials that are saying, hey, listen, you're dropping bombs on Syria and you shouldn't be doing that because those are expensive and I need my stimmy. Am I getting my $2,000? I mean, now thanks to the Senate, who passed the stimmy bill, the cash for Democrat clunkers. It's a cash for Democrat clunkers bill is what it is. That, yeah, you'll get, well, not everybody's going to get that stimmy. But Democrats are going to get all kinds of cash from that cash for Democrat clunkers, because that's how it works.
Number 1.
But let's talk about the bill and this question of the amount of aid that you gave. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office came out with an estimate that the economy was down only $600 to $700 billion because of the pandemic, and yet this bill gives $1.9 trillion, triple almost what the CBO says you really need. That raises the question, one, is this bill going to overheat the economy and create inflation? And two, as you point out, it isn't all just this year. It's out 4, 5. Some of the money doesn't get spent till 2030. So is this really COVID relief, or is this a Democratic wish list?
No. COVID relief is more than just the vaccines. The vaccines is the most urgent thing we can do.
I didn't ask you about vaccines. So there's Chris Wallace talking to Joe Manchin. They're from West Virginia, the most powerful man in Washington, D.C. And he's like, listen, the COVID spending and all this stuff that's going on and the COVID relief that really isn't COVID relief. You can't have 9% of a COVID relief package and call it COVID relief and only 9%. It's like calling a beef stick 100% beef and only 9% is beef. You wouldn't do that, would you? I guess you can't get away with that. But anyway, so how does that work? And then with families and all this, and then he says, yeah, vaccines. That wasn't part of the question.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Does anybody find that weird? It was like, yeah, I'm going to pivot to a completely different place. What else you want to talk about, Chris Wallace? It was Chris Wallace over the weekend with Joe Manchin, who is quickly becoming quite the powerful individual, a huge development, as Daily Wire put it. He appears to have started to shift his views on the filibuster with remarks that he made on 2 news shows on Sunday morning. After he repeatedly stated he would not vote to end the filibuster despite pressure from the far left, and during interviews on Sunday, he's saying that not open to ending the filibuster because he didn't want to strip the minority party of their power in the Senate, but signaled that he was open to changing it. So that is not good news because he's the one person that people are counting on to have a little bit of what am I kidding? We got to get to 2022 quickly. And we've got to get all of these people out. And we need to primary every single individual out there. And we need to have people who care about the Constitution, who care about the rule of law, who will stop spending money that we don't have. The kind of inflation that we're going to have moving forward is going to be, we're not even going to recognize some of the, I don't know, after passing this cash for Democrat clunkers package. Well, maybe we should do that, Jake. Why don't we hashtag that maybe on Twitter? Can somebody do that for me if you're listening? Anybody that's listening out there, go ahead and hashtag just tell everybody, instead of calling it the COVID relief package, why don't we call it cash for Democrat clunkers package? Why don't we call it that instead? Hashtag cash for Democrat clunkers, because it's all Democrats that wanted, it's their big wish list. It's everything that they wanted. And some of the disastrous things that the Senate agreed to, taking out very little, but keeping in a bulk of some of the things that people have questions about. Maybe you're asking, what is there to worry about? How about being paid to stay home? Anybody worried about how federal workers, as much as I love the fact that you listen to this program, if you are a federal employee and you're listening to the sound of my voice, we love that you're listening. I don't know a lot about you, but personally, I'm sure I would love you if I had a chance to sit down and hang out with you. And I can't blame you for what your union bosses are doing in the government employee sector, the American Federation of Government Employees, who basically sent out a memo not too long ago that said, look, Joe Biden won, and we got to get the money, we got to get the cash, and we got to start doing this, because if we don't get paid soon, things are going to change. And once they do, we're not going to be able to do this. A very window of opportunity that rarely stays open for long is available right now. And so we gotta get hooked up. And boy, did they ever. Did you know in this COVID stimulus package, it's not a COVID relief bill. It's not a COVID relief bill. It is not. Stop calling it that. It's a cash for Democrat clunkers bill. But anyway, what did they get? 15 weeks. Mandating 15 weeks of automatic paid leave above and beyond the normal generous amounts of paid time workers receive for anyone, quote unquote, affected by the pandemic. That works out to nearly a third of the entire working year. A third of the entire working year, government employees can now get paid. They're going to get paid what appears to be, am I right about this? Up to $21,000? So they're getting the $1,400 stimulus week after week after week. You're getting it as a one-shot deal. Because that's how good the unions worked out with Joe Biden. And Democrats worked this all out to their advantage. Now, you can't blame the federal workers for having unions that are able to do this at a time when they have a president who, well, honestly, he's not even really sure where he is. Because, and I can tell you that is a fact. Because if you're asking Joe Biden about the stimmy bill and what he thinks about it and trying to explain what a fantastic thing it is, then you would assume that you would have something a little coherent to hear. And this was Joe Biden over the weekend explaining to everybody how fantastic it is that the Senate has passed their version, making its way back to the House. And here's how our president explained it.
The vast majority of economists, left, right, and center, from Wall Street to the private economic polling initiatives, the economists, as I said, left, right, and center, say, in addition to the needs the people have, we need this to grow the economy. That if we haven't spent this money and recreated the kind of incentive for people to be able to make a good living, that we'd be in real trouble.
What is he? What did he just say? What is he talking about? Yeah, that's the president of the United States. 874 million people voted for him in 2020. Just an absolute amazing accomplishment. People know a true leader when they see it. And they did. 75 million voted for that leader. And I don't know where the other 870 million came from for this guy. But they did. They came out in force. And there you go. That is Joe Biden explaining how important it is to read. I don't really know, or to learn to read off a teleprompter, because apparently he's having a bit of an issue with it himself. So there you go. Joe Biden helping out to explain the Cash for Democrat Clunkers plan that we all now are going to have to deal with soon enough. And the amount of money that's going to be spent. By the way, in case you're wondering how the Washington Post sees this, well, the Washington Post says Biden stimulus showers money on Americans, sharply cutting poverty in a defining moment of presidency. Because, we're going to get rid of poverty by showering Americans with money. You know how well that's worked for decades and decades, showering people with money to get rid of poverty. How has that worked out so far? Not very good. But you have the Washington Post when Donald Trump, back in March of 2020, signed a $2 trillion coronavirus bill. And how did the Washington Post explain it? Trump signs $2 trillion coronavirus bill into law as companies and households brace for more economic pain. Because Trump. Yeah, you know how that works.
I hate to.
What? what that was. What was that you pushed there? Okay, anyway. 239-479-5592. So we'll talk more, I'm sure, this week about the stimmy that not everybody's going to get. But Democrats, boy, did they get a whole lot. And also, man, I didn't get into this enough. Biden's latest executive order is his most frightening yet. The American Thinker had the story. And you talk about executive orders. This one, you think H.R. 1 was something that we needed to keep an eye on, and we certainly do, and how it passed in the House. But Joe Biden had a little bit of an effort of his own, passing an executive order about the right to vote, the foundation of American democracy. And signed this executive order about the right to vote, free and fair elections that reflect the will of the American people must be protected and defended, but many Americans, especially people of color, confront significant obstacles to exercising that fundamental right. These obstacles include difficulties with voter registration, lack of election information, barriers to access to polling places. For generations, black voters and other voters of color have faced discriminatory policies and other obstacles that disproportionately affect their community. So with a stroke of a pen, and we're going to fix all of that with this new executive order that he has signed. And what is a big part of this initiative? Well, something that he didn't mention in the fine print of this executive order is this little nugget. Listen to this, everybody. It's the responsibility of the federal government. This is the federal government again, the taking over the federal government of what the states should be doing when it comes to voter integrity and voting laws in this country. Always has been. Now, Joe Biden, by executive order, trying to help to bring it to the federal government, to expand access to and education about voter registration and election information, and to combat misinformation. What do you suppose a federal government that is in control right now, Democrats have? What do you suppose combating misinformation might be to Democrats? You think it might be something that you have to say about election integrity, the concerns that you have in certain states, municipalities across the country? Combat misinformation in order to enable all eligible Americans to participate in our democracy. There's the phrase, combat misinformation. What do you suppose Democrats look as misinformation? I want to get into this more tomorrow, a little more deep dive into this, because this is the kind of thing that is the power grab that they're trying to do with H.R. 1. But I don't know how the Supreme Court would look at something like this. It would have to fight against it, this executive order. But make no mistake, Democrats are planning a takeover, the likes of which we've never seen before. Little by little, piece by piece, with a president who's using a pen and doesn't even know it's in his hand. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up with Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt.
After the chilly morning with temps in the 40s and 50s, high temperature of 73 degrees on the way for your Monday afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds and breeze.